Here. Come on, OBS. There you go. All right. Cool, 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 cool. So, been a hot minute because life gets in the way, but here we are. Um, this is gonna be episode 37 of Fly Free or Die. So last time you guys had a massive fight for most of the episode in the throne room, the court of the Bear King to be specific. We can kind of hop back to that map. Whoops, this should be. Forgot to put the other window in player mode. That's fine. Fix that now. I'm sure you guys can already see the other map, but I realized they couldn't see it on stream. You guys fought off all these Mariquai guards, the two battle sisters, and, proved yourself in this trial by combat to King Gregor. He agreed to assist you all, answer your questions about Sinjin, and render what aid he could. He had the captain, his Captain Iro, arrive and lead you to one of your targets. He also later explained where he thought the other target would be. Luckily, did not have to fight Captain Iro. That's good. So, go back to my notes on this part. There we go. All right. So, you guys, you've obviously researched Sinjin to death, looked for all these ways to take him down. And one of the ways was seeking out what is supposed to be one of his only ever failures when it comes to the Golden League. You guys went out looking for this, incognito artist. She used to be a Golden League tattoo artist, magical ink type stuff. You guys had heard of her as Sheath Evidros. She's currently going by Eska. This very old Lashunta looking mystic woman. You guys found her, were very, very direct in what you wanted to do and why you needed her help. She basically was like, okay, shut up, let's not talk about this in person, not in a public space out loud. And brought you back to her apartment, kind of telepathically showed you the directions. She basically went on to describe how she was this really gifted artist, but maybe a bit naive, and made the mistake of working for the Golden Company. She'd heard rumors about them, but didn't really heed them. Everyone said she was so gifted, she surpassed her mentors, but all the Golden League wanted was tattoos to hide weapons, empower the body, vanish, fly, all these crazy things to help them commit crimes. And she got a little depressed that all of her art was being turned into these tools for murder. So she fled here, kind of threw herself upon Drago's mercy, asked for asylum in this place. He gave it to her, gave her shelter, food, work. He hid her from Sinjin and the Jun when they went after her. And she kind of told her, now you guys are here to ruin that, I guess. She went on to describe different tattoos she could make for you guys. But you were able to kind of get from her the idea, if she wanted to take down Sinjin, the way that she would do it was to lure him into a kill zone, somewhere where you guys had the upper hand. She also was kind of worried that you guys realized, you guys did figure out, she doesn't really want to be bait, but you were, it's kind of on the table still. But she was not your only means of contact or goal of contact in this place. You guys also ended up at the main bar on the concourse level of Smuggler's Moon. Kind of right in the middle over here, where you met this lovely beer-bellied drow. Truly one of my favorite pieces of art in the campaign. This is Zeldern. He is one of Sinjin's cousins. Basically, Sinjin and two of his cousins kind of went out from their home planet Sorry, my throat's a bit itchy, so I'm gonna take some water there. The other cousin died, from what you guys have heard. But this one, Zeldern, dropped out of the Golden League. He hasn't been killed or anything, but clearly there's some bad blood. This is not something that you assume a guy like Sinjin would just take sitting down. You guys did kind of determine that he's probably, despite this kind of beer belly and down on his luck, fucking drinking at a pirate bar with sunglasses on in the middle of the day, probably is still a pretty powerful Solarian. And after, you guys sat down, ordered some crazy drinks, bought him a steak, you laid it out that you were going to help him get revenge, and kind of where we left off, he said that you had his attention. He seemed very interested in this, and you guys did kind of get the sense that, like, he's desperate to break out of this rut, almost. That's all the main stuff that happened last time. Any questions on that? Alright, if no questions, then we'll kind of just jump back in right there. And he puts this knife and fork down on the plate, kind of leans back, hands interlaced on top of his belly. And he's like, so, trying to pull me into revenge against my good old cousin. Whew. Takes a, like, huge swig of this, like, seemingly not very great beer that he's got another glass of. And he's like, talking like this is thirsty work, but, well, do you all have a plan? What did you think you needed from me? Because, like all things in my life, since I was really young, it all seems to lead back to Sinjin, huh?
Shaw looks over at the bar, looks at all the different liquors, thinks for a second, sighs. One Viscarian and old-fashioned, please. And I'll sit next to him. It's like, yeah, well, I guess I'm tired. And then I look at him. We're looking for the same thing you are. You help us get through this, get out of this. You never have to deal with him again. Same thing we all are. We're here because of him. Perhaps if we bring him here and deal with this once and for all, we all can go where we please.
Kind of ponders that for a second. He's like, also, sorry, but it was 2 other brothers besides this guy. So 3 cousins and Sinjin. But Zeldern's like, look, back on Apostate, we were part of, some good families, but sorry, Sinjin, he convinced me and my 2 brothers to go out to the Golden League. It sounded like a bad idea at the time, but family's family. And he persuaded us to accompany him. Joined the league, we trained as Jun, rose through the ranks. And when he started his crime family, 3 of us were there for him. But Sinjin, I think he got a little scared that we would betray him. And, well, the other 2 died. I still think maybe he arranged those deaths. Dangerous missions gone wrong, he said, but, well, I found a couple of pieces of evidence that led me to think he was sending his own family on suicide missions. So I fled here. I thought, hey, my brother, he was once chasing this tattoo artist, right? Biggest fuck up of his career climb. I figured if I went back to his biggest failure, he wouldn't be coming around here anytime soon. Give me a sense. Anyone who wants to make a sense motive check on that last little bit of his tale.
Sounds legit to me.
The classic too. Refine, did you want to roll it as well?
Oh, there it is. Never mind. Sorry. All of the tokens in the thing no longer have icons. So,
What?
or there's like a new placeholder icon. Baffled me.
Oh, okay. God, I've given you guys a lot of handouts over this. Oh, yeah, what the fuck? I see what you're talking about. That is a weird placeholder. Okay. Once again, proving perhaps that bounty hunters can be faces. Only one who gets past that is James. He kind of threw that last little bit bit on the end there, James, about, like, the tattoo artist and, you know, Sinjin's failure. You think Zeldern knows the tattoo artist? Like, he's purposefully not bringing it up, but he, judging by how he kind of tried to dodge that, he probably figured out who Eska is. And you would assume, like, if they've been here for years, he found that out and just let her be, so he doesn't seem to have a huge problem with her, but something to know. All right.
I think our idea was to lure him here.
Yeah. Shaw kind of swishes his drink around a little bit.
How are you gonna lure him?
Well, how much have you heard about the Basim the Bounty boards lately?
But honestly, I haven't been looking at him much.
Shaw gives a good laugh. Let's just say the crew of us here. Sinjin has a big old contract out on our heads. He hired us to do a job. We did the job, and instead of paying us, he tried to kill us. We simply had the displeasure that did him the discourtesy of not dying in the process, and he seems to have taken that rather personally.
I could see
What
that.
was our bounty again?
I believe we're up to 750,000 now.
Each?
For the total. For the crew, lot of us.
I will check.
I think it's more than that.
Currently, 200,000 each.
Ooh, okay. So plus 50 for SB, so 850. All right.
Yeah, almost approaching, getting close to 1 million credits for your crew.
That's 1 million each.
Not 1 million each.
No, sorry, 1 million altogether. Sorry.
Almost 1 million
Okay,
altogether.
yeah. I was like, are you trying to like have him talk up the bounty more?
So wait, does SB have her own?
She had 50 on her.
She had
I
50,
think.
which then people were like, "Oh, should we keep turning her in over and over again?" I was like, "No, that's not. You can't farm. You can't farm her for 50K each time." Ridiculous.
So I looked at him. It's like, we can't go. Let's be real talk. We can't go near a civilized system anymore without a firefight. By the sound of things, I'm guessing you wouldn't be here if you weren't in a similar boat.
I mean, we've been winning all the fights.
True. Just shot chuckles at that one.
We just want the fucker dead.
There's that too. That's the issue. If you help us with this, you get what you want, and you're not doing it alone. We can work together on this one, and we can all have our sky back.
I would like to not be stuck here anymore. Give me whoever wants to. You guys can choose who to assist. Give me a diplomacy check from the party.
Boss.
You do a lot of talking for someone who's not good at diplomacy.
That is on my list of things to improve.
I said, look,
To be fair, among all of us, he doesn't have the worst diplomacy.
probably has
Still
some
not,
high.
still not good enough
Nice.
to, still not good enough to help in this case.
It's like my character in my D&D game. He has a negative charisma. We wound up killing a Sea King, I took his crown, and one of the other party members like he was my herald. He introduced me as the Sea King, and I had to start making diplomacy checks.
Incredible.
I rolled 2 18s
It was
with a negative
one of,
modifier.
I mean, you guys made me captain, and unfortunately, that puts me in the speaking role. So,
You know what? That's a fair point.
so
Okay,
I will
so-
say in a future
28.
campaign, if we do get to the point where we improve stats, charisma is on my list of things to improve.
Okay. He's like, well, you're gonna lure him. So if you're the are you putting yourselves as bait, or are you just gonna like broadcast that you're here?
I
We're
think we'd
thinking
be
more of a bait thing. If we tell him we're here, he may not come.
Okay.
the big
so-
issue is if multiple of his most hated targets, us, you, others, and if are here, perhaps he'll be a bit reckless, perhaps a bit eager. He may control a Golden League crime family, but that doesn't mean he's by far the most powerful person of the crime family. I've learned enough about the Golden League to know that. And besides, even if he was, there's always more power to be had. Anything he can do to increase his power and prestige, anything he can do to mitigate his fuck-ups, I think he'd be here for. And if they were all in the same place, this one place where we can chop the comms, lure him into our kill zone, I think it's worth doing.
Also, quite honestly, he's not even the scariest group we've dealt with so far.
He's like,
Yeah.
that's wild. But so you want me and the tattoo artist to both be bait?
we would ask her. If she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to.
Yeah, I was thinking more just us and you. Maybe ask her.
We'll ask her, but I don't intend to drag her into it if she doesn't want to.
He considers that, and he's like, I'll do it. I'll be the bait, but I have conditions.
Let's hear.
Condition 1. Look, the person he's looking for, I know who she is and her name.
Esco.
Yeah. Look,
Did I just take the wind out of his sails?
he's like, yeah, you see, he kind of looks a little deflated. He's like, oh shit, they already knew that? That's crazy. He's like, look, we're gonna keep Eska safe. She doesn't deserve all this. Leave her out of it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Should we tell her to head off the station for a bit or get ready to leave if it
She
things turn
might be.
bad?
I hate to say it, she might be safer here.
I think if she just stays out of the way, I mean, she's still under the auspices of King Gregor.
I think if she sticks close to him and his bodyguards, stays out of the fight, bunkers down, I think while the rest of us do what we do.
And
Perhaps I'm good with that.
he nods. He's like, the other condition. Look, I agree. Sinjin and the Jun assassins, if he brings some, they gotta be fucking killed. Gotta be taken out, right? But the soldiers that he's gonna bring, I want to leave as many of them alive as possible. The soldiers are simply employees.
I mean, we'll try to avoid it. Do you have any idea of how we could separate the soldiers from the assassins?
Maybe some kind of diversion somewhere in the station. Maybe he might divert some troops over to deal with that. But look,
Let's say he lands and he starts
Yeah.
looking for us. If we somehow attacked a ship or start fucking with it, do you think he'd send soldiers to go deal with it?
he might. I think he'd be cautious. He'd probably divide some of his forces, assume we'd try things on multiple fronts. But I could see him getting some soldiers out of the way.
Shaw nods. I'm good with that as well.
And finally, if this goes well, I intend to take control of his soldiers and establish myself as the head of the crime family. If I do that, and if you help me do that, I can cancel the bounty on your crew.
Shaw looks over. I got no issue with that.
Yeah.
As long as you cancel the bounty. Hell, we've dealt with. If we're being 100% honest, we've probably dealt with shadier characters in the Golden League throughout our various misadventures. It's just a matter that Sinjin wants to kill us, and that won't stand. So, no, I have no issues with that, and particularly so I feel that'll clear the price on our heads.
To be fair, like I've never, like and I point to Shaw and Scorpio, only those two actually have dealings with him.
Shaw chuckles. That's true.
He still wants me dead regardless, but when did this all start over? It was like,
Well,
The rest of you have wormed your way into his bad books.
Wanted dead.
Well, it was about well, I mean, it was the issue. We stole the tuna for him. He tried to kill us instead of, paying us for the job. And
I
well,
mean, it's like, yeah, it's
how
like,
much was that all over? Like,
it was like Shaw chuckles. It was like 10,000 credits. It was chump change.
yeah. I mean, if he would have just paid us the money, we would have just gone on our way, and none of this bullshit would have ever happened.
Shaw thinks about that for a second. You know, yeah, you're not wrong, but at the same time, now we got our ship, we got us. None of this, like, none of what we've done, none of the things that we've, meeting all of you, doing the things that, the places we've been, the adventures we've been on, meeting, with Roland and Kieran and everybody else. All of these things that these grand things that we've done, none of it would have happened. In fact, Scorpio, you and I'd probably still be working for him right now, taking his money, wondering what point he's going to off us. And now, Shaw looks over at Zeldern. Well, I think we can see how that probably would have ended up. At best. We're here. Whether we live or we die, we are who we choose to be at this point. And even though I tend for him to die in this particular case, I don't regret any of it. But it doesn't change the fact that he chose very poorly in terms of his financial decisions.
That sounds like him, greedy bastard. You see, he kind of grabs a shot off a tray, like clearly someone else's drink he didn't pay for, off like a tray of a waiter. He just like takes it, kind of like slams it upside down, and he's like, "All right, that's the last. That's enough of that. I'll need to be at my best for the family reunion."
my point being was that Sinjin seems like a lead paint liquor.
Shaw chuckles out loud at that one. He's certainly short-sighted. That's something we can use to our advantage. And he has a bad habit of underestimating those that he looks down upon. I think that's something we can also use to our advantage.
And I would get
Go ahead.
close. I would get close to the others and say, like, yeah. And once we take care of Sinjin, and he says it with a confidence that, that's sort of like somewhat short-sighted confidence he goes about most things in his life. And he just sort of leans in real close to you all and says, like, all right, so once we take care of Sinjin, I guess this is probably the best time for me to let y'all know. Well, all right, I'll tell you guys, but you got to promise you're not going to tell Sho, all right?
We haven't probably. Shaw chuckles.
All right, well, you see, you remember when I went to that jewelry store?
Yeah, of course.
Well, and he takes out the little box, and he opens it, and he shows you all the other 2 engagement rings.
Shaw claps him on the shoulder. Yet another thing worth fighting for. We'll get you back.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. You see, I mean, even with all the, the deaths and near deaths and almost kind of close to near death and all that other stuff, I've enjoyed, spending time with you guys. But you know, once I proposed Cho, I kind of want to like settle down with her, and like you guys can still come to the club if you want, but I'm not gonna want to be. It's kind of hard to do this whole like adventuring thing and run a cabaret club at the same time.
Shaw, I agree. But we gotta get there first. I do agree. But let's get you back to where you can see her again. You got a big fight to do first. But he claps him again on the shoulder. We'll get you there. I promise.
He'll nod. He'll close the box and just put it in one of his many Rob Liefeld-esque pockets.
You see St. John is still fully at the table, just like, you got a club?
He's going to.
Yes. In fact, they should have started construction on it now. It's going to be Cabaret Club on Absalom Station. It's going to be the Big Show Cabaret. He says that he's like beaming with pride.
This lady has pipes on her too. She sings real well.
Nice. Crime Boss always needs a good club to hang out in. Maybe I'll swing by.
As long as you don't murder anybody on board, I don't think Mr. Scorpio would mind too much.
He shakes his head.
He's like, all right, no murder in the club. He says like,
That's what back alleys are for.
he like laughs and probably like claps you like way too hard on the back.
I
Like-
think Refine just like stumbles.
Yeah, it's like
a little bit.
fully knocks her off balance. He doesn't notice. He's like, speaking of getting people home safe, he gave me an idea of something that might help. You guys want to go see a show? He kind of like grins. Like he's clearly
Scorpio
plotting
looks-
something.
Scorpio looks a little confused at first. Like, wait, she's here?
Wrong show, Scorpio.
Oh, right.
What you got in mind?
Follow me out into the main concourse in the commons.
Shaw pays his tab. I'll cover the drink he has filched as well.
You like cover the shopkeeper kind of like nods. Bartender's like rolling his eyes. You guys pass. It's kind of like like when you go to a mall and there's like a big old stage in the middle of the mall. There's like one of those in the middle of the concourse as well, like off to the side. And you see there's like this android performer, some kind of actor, and you see that she kind of like is doing all this cool sleight of hand shit. She's like changing costumes really quick and like concealing herself in this team of alien dancers. As you're like watching this performance, everyone give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Nice, Nat 20, okay. Nice!
Wait, what's your bonus?
Refine.
Oh, that was SB on the nat 20.
The nat 20
Oh.
was SB. Second one
Um,
was for Refine.
Luckily, SB runs like a motion tracking program and watches this person basically move through the crowd to stand next to your party. James, you all see the person come stand next to your party. You see that this person, in fact, just looks exactly like Scorpio. Scorpio next to you kind of taps you on the shoulder, just like, do you really think that the wedding's gonna go well? You fully are convinced, Shaw, this is Scorpio asking this question. Wilco and Refine, this is a shapeshifter. A shapeshifter who's like doing some crowd work to impress people.
You're gonna steal your girl.
Scorpio, I think you're kind of like still just watching the alien dancers and don't see this person impersonating you to Shaw.
Yeah. He's just like tapping his foot and clapping along to the beat. She's like, "Ja, ja, 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 ja."
Wow, even on a 33 of us, that wild.
this
think,
person's good.
Refine is probably just gonna wave and say, "Nice to meet you."
You see the version of Scorpio kind of cocks its head. Shaw, you like look over like what? And then you see the person kind of just fades into this like very like almost color shifting alien. Clearly some sort of shapeshifter. The crowd applauds, kind of begin to disperse, and I'm just like, well spotted. I'm Velgo. You see they kind of like extend their hand to shake, just like the most genderly ambiguous person you've ever seen. This shapeshifter kind of extends hand over to Shaw. Shaw, you.
I'll shake it.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, oh, okay.
Well played.
He's like, you see, Velgo. They're just like, oh, you got that old drunk out of the bar, huh? And you see Zeldin's like, all right. Look, you all. This is Velgo. And you see Velgo kind of like shifts into Zeldin and like looks exactly like him. It's like, this is Velgo. Like pretends to take a shot. Velgo like
Not go already.
shifts back in. What, you guys need something done? You want someone impersonated? Look, 2,000 credits an hour, but I'll impersonate anyone you want.
2,000 credits, you say?
What you got in mind?
I don't know.
I look
What
over
do you guys
to Mr. Wilco. I look over to Mr. Wilco. Bet we could, if you're looking for a diversion, I bet they'd make it happen.
I mean, yeah, that too.
You see Velgo kind of like taps their nose and like winks at James. Like, yeah, diversion. What do we need a diversion for? Look, I'm not here to judge. If you're paying, you're paying.
We want to murk a prick.
You had me at 2,000 credits. Zeldin's like, you're the one that said that. And they're like, shut up, Zeldin.
So, would it be better to have her impersonate one of us, or would it be better to have her impersonate Sinjin to cause chaos?
So I actually had an idea about that.
Intriguing.
I thought my thought about that, Mr. Wilco, is that you remember how we were looking over our shoulder the entire time for Elamar back when we were on the station.
Yeah.
I think if there's two of you in multiple places hunting, I think that'd be a pretty spicy diversion. Even if Shaw looks over at the shapeshifter and is like, you seem quite good at not being seen when you don't want to be. I think perhaps if
Velgo nods.
I think perhaps if you're in multiple places at once, that would be a good way to get some of Mr. Sinjin's stuff diverted. Like, so, just thinking back a little bit to what we were going through back on that station. What do you think? But if you have other ideas, I'm open to them.
I think the idea of... I think maybe starting off with having her impersonate me and pretending to hide enough, but not enough, but fucking up enough that they notice her and maybe send some... Hold up.
Velgo's like,
Yeah, so have
Go
her
ahead.
fuck up enough that they spot her, send in guards after her, we wait a minute, and then we strike Sinjin. And then if she can give them the slip, maybe come back in the middle of it, turn into Sinjin to cause chaos.
I'd be okay with that.
look, if she turns into, me or Esker or something, those you been in any of the apartments here?
One so far.
I mean, you guys think back to it. It's like one room with a small side bathroom. It's just like a fucking metal box. There's no windows in this layer of apartments.
That's true.
There's like one door. Absolute fire hazard, but
I mean, is that Zane Absalom that I'm looking to?
Oh, there's
sorry, I
no
don't want to talk like shot at you. It's not Absalom.
But Velgo's like, I could lure them into, I mean, wherever you want.
Shaw starts thinking about it, then looks back at Zeldrin. You've been here longer than we have. Where's the best? If you were looking to set an ambush, where would you want to draw somebody to? Where's the best spot? Like, Shaw motions to the array of heavy weapons on his back at this point. Where can we draw him into a crossfire and just tear him to shreds?
You see, they kind of both take a second to think about it. You like, they take a second to think about it, and like, I mean, it'd be nice to get him into a kill zone, but if you were thinking of more of a crossfire,
I'm thinking kill zone or crossfire, whichever one's
The
good.
two are not mutually exclusive.
yeah, I mean, there's a good garden area that would probably work. Find a good spot in the conservatory.
Will the king have any issues with us shooting out the place?
I mean, you guys know the king has already pledged his help, but does really love that conservatory. You might want to run it by him.
Maybe
He was
we.
very concerned at the prospect of me setting his plants on fire.
He does love his hydrangeas.
I think it might be a good idea to tell him and have him just move all the important plants out. Like, if we fuck up like some weeds or shit, I don't think he'll care.
Let's make sure we run that by him, but I like the idea. Especially because if there's good foliage and stuff, that gives us the rest of us some chance for concealment when we're looking for to set an ambush. Shaw chuckles. Be just like the old days. At least this time I won't have to worry about carnivorous bugs in the jungle.
Alright.
Run that by King Gregor. And who knows, maybe he'll even be willing to help us if we're showing some concern for his dominion here. Probably not. We'll be lucky enough that if he's... But I know he's got no love lost for St. John. Can't hurt to ask.
Can we see the conservatory? See what it's like for cover?
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Also, while we're in the market area, Ben, if we have an opportunity to do some shopping, Scorpio and I had some discussions about some purchases I'd like to make.
Okay.
I should figure out what I'm gonna set Espy's grenades to.
Got some spares for her, by the way. I have an extra smoke grenade and a short circuit grenade, so better that we have her using some of those special purpose items than me.
Do we have any more serum of healing for her?
I have a couple of on me. I think Scorpio does as well. I
Alright,
think the
that's
rest we were going to leave on her. I think we already gave the rest to her. Actually, wait a minute. We have, so I'm looking at our group loot cache. I'm seeing 4 Mark 1. Does she have the 4 Mark 1 healing serums?
She does not.
All right, so we have 4 Mark 1s, 2 Mark 2s, and 4 Mark 3s. I'm kind of inclined to say that we give SB the bulk, the Mark 1s for sure, just so that way she can just pick people up if they get downed. I think Scorpio, you and I should each have a pair of Mark 2s already. I think maybe you and I each take one of those.
Espy already has 2 Mark 3s and 4 Bomb 2.
Okay.
So
we also, in terms of the group loot, we have 2 more Mark 2 healing serums and 4 Mark 3s. We got a good roll on those. How do we want to disperse those? I'm kind of inclined to say we each get a Mark III. That way the SB has something to pick off of each of us just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, and I would
I
say
might
all
give
these
SB
serums
my
can be
mark.
purchased here.
I might give SB my Mark III.
Okay.
Just to make that easier on me. But
Okay. And then for the two Mark IIs,
Yeah, you
Scorpio and
and-
I think Scorpio and I are usually the most in the fray for that. That way each of us can act as a combat medic if we have to. So I think you and I, Scorpio, you and I each take a Mark II, and then each of us take a Mark III. Everybody in the party takes a Mark III.
All right.
Okay.
Um,
Also, this is the map of the conservatory part they're talking about. You can also look at the apartment map if you guys want.
Yes, please.
Okay. so
Right. So what?
this is kind of
That's gonna
Yeah,
have-
that's-
Oh, go
That's
ahead.
not great for cover. And it even has a big cover in the middle that they could use to cut off.
but we can
sightlines.
likely fly up pretty high on this one.
Yeah. What's
that is
what's
true.
the aerial situation
Ooh,
like?
let me double check. It is tall. I can blank on the exact detail. One sec.
Yeah, but they can still hide under the tree.
That
Yeah.
doesn't. I'm okay with that. I can smoke them out of that.
I'd rather look at other.
Let's see what we can do about the apartment, because if we can catch them in
Let's
close
see
quarters.
What all of the various.
I will say,
options are.
mechanically, on this map, any trees, fountains, or statues can provide cover. Benches provide like low obstacle cover.
It's also worth mentioning that the cover benefits us as well while we're setting our ambush.
As
The problem
for
is-
height, the height ceiling here is like 50 feet, 60 feet. Sorry, 60 feet.
That's
Not great,
quite
not
as good
terrible.
then.
Ideally, I would want a scenario which we could set up and cover, and they would have a harder time setting up and cover because that looks like in one turn they could easily
Reach cover.
get the cover.
Yes,
Which
but
I'm not a fan of.
yes, but remember we've also got a bunch of options for smoking them out too.
I'm just not a fan of it.
That's fair. Let's see what our other options are.
Yeah.
You would also know that like with like the hallways being there, you could try to like funnel him to this hallway, so you could be laying in wait. Just so you know, like this is a
Also-
station hallway.
Yeah, but they then they can just retreat to the hallway and get away.
Yeah,
Possible.
we need to find some way of confining. I tend to agree that we need to find some way of confining them. I don't mind having maneuver space in the conservatory, but I also, I keep fading in and out of Shaw's accent. I don't mind the idea of having some maneuvering room for us in the conservatory, especially since all of us have some degree of movement abilities. But at the same time, if we pick a confined space like an apartment, then if we can seal the door behind us, they're locked in close quarters with Scorpio and I.
So our only options are really the conservatory or the apartments.
I think those are our best options.
Those are probably the best options.
With the apartment, so the problem I see with the
I-
apartment is it's hard for sniping. A little
And it
bit,
will
you know?
and it's also going to limit my heavy weapons use into that kind of close quarters. It's fine for my Dashko, but it does mean we're losing a lot of utility from my grenades and my heavy weapons.
The apartment is definitely close quarters, but much easier to trap someone in. But yeah, you're gonna be giving up like cover. You're gonna be giving up
Well-
distance.
Oh, okay, wait, hear me out. If we can trap him in there, then Boz and I can just stand basically in the doorway, right?
Why would we stand in the doorway?
So that
I mean, I think
we-
we would rather have Scorpio and Shaw guarding the doorway.
But
I
we
was
need to
gonna
be front.
say-
We need to be in their face if we're fighting in this close quarters.
well, that's what I'm saying is that, and Scorpio and Shaw kind of around here. So basically, the only way out is to go through Scorpio and Shaw, right? With Boz and I kind of backing them up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This just seems like because they can always retreat to the bathroom.
If they do that, then I can just pound them with
I was-
grenades.
I'm gonna say then we use all of our grenades. The other nice thing is that this place, if we choose to, is very fillable with instant aquarium grenades.
I'm also just not a fan of it. This
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
it does trap them in, but it gives them way too much cover.
There's no way. I don't think there's any scenario we look for that gives us cover is also going to give them some degree of advantage.
I think I prefer the conservatory. This is too.
I think I do also prefer having some maneuvering room. The trick is making sure we can seal the doors and ensure that they stay in there. Because like even if they take cover in trees, Shaw pats the grenade launcher. I've got lots of options to smoke them out. It's just a matter.
I'm just worried about running away in the conservatory. I feel like St. John is
He'll
what's
flee.
the word?
He's a bully.
Yeah.
If he'll flee as soon as as the jig's up.
Yeah.
Shaw kind of rubs his chin a little bit.
Can we talk to what's his name about maybe moving the tree?
The bear.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can go back and see the bear. Here, we can look
I
at some
think-
bear art we never got to look at.
I do think I prefer the conservatory just because it gives us more maneuver room and we can use all of our firepower. But
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
Do we think the bear would let us use his throne room?
No.
Seriously doubt it.
Because that seems like a more ideal place for an ambush.
One, I don't think he'd let us. Two, I doubt St. John would go to the throne room.
That's the
That's
other
fair.
problem. He's not necessarily.
Yeah.
He's gonna want to pull his mocks and get out before King Dragor gets involved.
That's fair.
I think we need to pick either the conservatory or the apartments.
I think the conservatory.
I think the conservatory works better for you and for Refine because that lets us use the space to most of our advantage. And if they clump up, I can punish them. If they spread out, Mr. Wilco and I can pick them off one by one.
Can you go back to the conservatory for a second?
Yep. Let me switch you guys over. There you go.
So, can you mark out, like, on the tree, is it just like the 5-foot square there is like the actual bit that gives cover?
I think
Or
it's
how
meant to be pretty much the whole green area.
But if we're set up in there,
Like the whole tree is cover.
Like that, kind of?
Yeah, basically.
I like the idea of us having more maneuvering room, more ability for ourselves to get cover.
Yeah, that's what I don't like, is this is a huge chunk of cover that they're going to use.
If we're using it first and we force them to come to us, then if they try to charge it, Scorpio and I can be waiting for them.
There's also multiple ways out. Like, you guys could be blocking this exit and try to, like, have people maneuver them this way.
Yeah, but because there are multiple exits, that makes it easier for them to escape.
It's true.
That too.
Also gives you chances to put people on each exit.
How would we...
We do have the Solarian with us for this one. That is worth
You
remembering.
do this layer.
Yeah, but there's only going to be 5 of us.
Still gives us more board control than we had before.
Is can you point out, like, I know this one is an exit and probably over here is an exit.
Basically, you would think any of the brown paths are very meandering and, like, loop through this big conservatory. Eventually, they would lead to some exits. This one probably directly leads to an exit farther down.
I don't think if they try to outrun us on open ground, Scorpio and I can run them down.
I think the problem is St. John trying to get away.
Right.
Is there any way for us to, like, shut off some of the doors when it comes time?
Fine.
If
I
you got
think
permission.
that's usually your specialty.
Or if you just have.
Well, again, getting permission would be ideal if we could.
Just give
No, we're
permission and shut all the exits down.
I think we're going to let them know that the fight's going to happen in here. At that point, I don't think you'll mind that much if we just block off doors. I'm thinking about maybe blocking off doors and setting up some traps. Because where exactly do we want to set up? And where do we want to lead them from?
I
We'll
think
say
as you
wherever.
guys also talk about talk about like how there's multiple ways out, I think Zildern would probably like, should we do something? Does he have a ship coming? Like, if he's flying here, do we need to do anything about the ship?
Probably. It wouldn't hurt to try and... Our ship is probably... I think, given what we know about the Risen, I actually am pretty confident the Tuna could take it, but I'm not sure... But without us on it, I'm not so sure.
I'm thinking maybe... we definitely need to...
sabotage it.
That's true.
Yeah, just disable our ship so we can't leave the station. But
I will say, up to you if you wanted to use it as bait or not. But you guys do like you guys all had landing pads. You can see the landing pads from outside. Like potentially people could see your ship potentially.
lure him aboard the Tuna.
I more meant like that means it's also available to be shot. You also got you could try to lure him aboard.
So the base has defenses, if I remember correctly, right?
It does have some defenses. This isn't like a sure thing.
But
I'm just reminding you of like
King,
different layout pieces.
I think the King would probably shut off the defenses for us if we said, "Hey, this is the plan."
Well, no. The idea being once St. John's ship is down, we activate the defenses and blow it to pieces while it's on the pad.
You guys do also still have that thing that'll disable all communications in and out of the station.
There is that.
We'll save that as a trump card because that might piss off the King.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a a mobile device. It is a little bit big. It's like the size of, I think we said it was like a big
backpack,
football,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's about backpack size. But yeah,
I'm thinking. Okay, so how
Can
about
activate it.
this? We have the doppelganger lead them into here. Once they're sort of in here, we blow up his ship. He might send soldiers to go check it out. Once that happens, we ambush him here. And I want to set up some traps, so as soon as things kick off, we block the doors as much as we can.
Yeah.
And then maybe some... Because they won't be like bombs, but like what kind of traps exist in Starfinder?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm sure you could rig up a whole bunch with tech.
I'm thinking,
Go ahead.
I don't know if it's actually a thing, but are there like gas traps?
Trap rule.
Like
No,
a nerve toxin would flush him out of cover.
Even if we can't do that, I wonder if we could set. I wonder if, given that Shaw's an explosives, I don't know, we could do like a sleep gas grenade. Even if it doesn't knock them out, something that disorients them.
Yeah, I'd say pretty easily you could rig a grenade with like a tripwire or a remote detonator.
I don't know if there's a soporific gas grenade that exists, but
There's
Thinking maybe a
lot of
remote
grenades.
remote
there are
detonator.
so many grenades.
There are a lot of grenades, I agree. They're fun to read through, though.
If it's a grenade, is there any grenade that has a lasting effect? Because that's what I was thinking of. Like,
I'm
flush
looking.
them out
I'm
of
looking
cover.
right now.
I mean, the water bubble. I guess.
There are a couple that have lasting effects.
There's one that does
Um,
webbing.
There's one that does webbing. There's one that does radiation.
And radiation's meaningless.
And then
Yeah, radiation's
there
a
is
bad mechanic.
The decoupler grenade.
Which is very funny and is great if you want to start people's skin to start slowing off, or slewing off. But
Yeah.
Gross.
I mean that's just the straight damage option.
Yes. Yeah.
While we're doing, if we're getting geared, Scorpio, do you and I want to go ahead and do the thing that you and I were talking about?
Yes, I'll go ahead, and I've got the credits to afford it. I was going to go ahead and buy a bunch of amplified diather rounds for my semi-auto pistol.
And then if you will front me the 4800 we talked about, I'm going to get another 4 Mark IV frag grenades. And then, so Ben,
Fucking
that's going
stocking
to
up.
load. That's going to load my grenade launcher with a full drum of 6 Mark IV frags.
Hell yeah.
So Scorpio, if you'll send me that, and I'm selling off, but for the party, I would plan to sell off our entire group stock of Mark III frag grenades, which we're never going to use.
No, it's fine.
And then I also have a bunch of Mark II incendiaries, which are also basically useless. I'm just getting rid of all of the crappy explosives that we're not going to use, so I can actually get something that has some bang to it.
So I do notice there is one trap, and this might swing it in favor of the room instead. If we could get him into a room, there is a CR-14 trap. The disintegration chamber trap.
I love it.
Ooh.
That would actually be an interesting way of destroying his tattoos as well.
Interesting.
I think it would ask,
How does that affect us if we have to be in the room, I guess is the question. It would certainly flush him towards the exit into Scorpio and I waiting.
I don't think we would be in the room. We would want to have him enter the room, and then we're outside throwing grenades and shit in.
The apartment does... Shaw thinks about it.
Do you want me to switch back to the...
Yeah, let's look at the apartment again real quick. I know we're sorry we're dithering then.
No, it's fine. Hey, this needs planning.
So, and Scorpio, can I get you the 4,800 credits you and I talked about?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I've already deducted it.
Thank you, sir.
I would say though, it's like, as you know, he's having discussions like, all right, so Shaw, I'll let you have this money, and you don't have to pay me back, but you do have to do me a favor.
Of course.
And he'll put a hand on your shoulder, and he'll look right in your eyes and say, I want you to be the best man at my wedding.
Sold.
Woo!
All right,
Hell
that's
yeah.
good, because to be honest, I didn't
Shaw
want to have.
doesn't-
I didn't want to have to. I didn't think you'd say no. It's like I kind of had James as backup. But
I
don't
didn't
know,
want to
just think it'd be
ask.
kind of weird. It'd kind of be weird for him to show up wearing a tux and that weird fishbowl on his head.
Honestly, that would be
So-
so funny. Just full suit, but keeps the mask.
Okay. But now, and yeah, it's awesome. So, both Scorpio and Marcus, thank you.
So-
Oh yeah.
So the idea I'm kind of having right now is set up like a disintegration trap, like on the ceiling in the top of the room, and have like the room be mostly empty, but have like a light coming from the bathroom with some running water. And then Sinjin's, let me get the drawing tool. Sinjin's guys, like they come in. They see light on over here. They go to investigate. And I would want to have SB in here because it would kill SB, but have like a camera set up so that once they are all in the room, we just blow up the disintegration trap. And
So, when we're looking at these screens here
Yeah.
and here,
Yes.
I think we can remove
what type
those.
of screens are they?
Privacy screens.
Right, but like, what material are they made out of?
Probably wood. Maybe some metal framing.
Okay, so it's not the type of like
They're not like the translucent,
paper,
like bamboo
translucent-
sheet.
yeah.
No, it's not that kind. They
Okay.
they
Okay.
are
We-
opaque. You can't see through them.
Then we'd probably want to remove those if possible, I imagine.
Yeah, those would, at the very least, reduce the effects of our grenades and stuff.
Yeah, I think we get rid of those. Do we put any other surprise fun things in there?
Hmm.
Up to you, yes.
Because I like this room. It's what I've been thinking the whole time. Gas would be deadly in here if we. I don't know if there's any gas items.
There's steam cloud grenades.
Why is Starfinder so pussyfooting about? Just commit war crimes.
You have definitely been playing
give me
Imperial
trust.
Guard.
Look, I'm Canadian, okay? It's who I am.
You know what? Fair enough.
Well, even
Got us
in my
there.
Fire Emblem games, we can do more war crimey stuff than we do in here.
I'll
That's
say,
fair.
You know?
I mean, if you guys if you have a specific idea for a trap, you could try to craft it. I would say you have to make some sort of check.
I'm thinking maybe because I was fuck, I closed it. The disintegration ray, we wouldn't set it off because it is where the fuck was it? When organic matter enters the trapped room, that a disintegration beam permeates it 1 round later, atomizing everything within.
Wait. Can you link that quickly?
No.
It's just on the it's on the it's on the traps page.
Cat,
So,
yeah, let me-
Ben, just so you're tracking for the entirety of my purchase, I am buying 4 Mark IV frag grenades, and I am buying an ultra capacity battery for my artillery laser.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Integration chamber trap. Okay.
Which it already comes with one. I just want a spare because
yeah,
I have a feeling we're
fair.
gonna have a multiple fights. I was hoping I had enough left over to buy an auto loader for my armor, but I do not.
So is it when it enters the room or when it? Sorry, is it the disintegration beam atomizes everything in the room or atomizes all of the organic matter?
It's a disintegration chamber, so I think it would atomize everything.
Well, that's what I imagine. But in that case, we don't necessarily have to worry about getting rid of the cover because it will get rid of itself.
That's true.
And just make
So we
it
can-
look as natural as possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We make it look
Do
as
we-
natural as possible, and the cover will go away on its own.
Do we want to leave some of our effects in here? Maybe like a copy of my helmet,
We could do
like a
that.
spare set of armor that like Scorpio or Shaw would wear. Maybe even
The
like a hat.
more stuff we leave in here, though, the more unreasonable it's going to be that all of us are in the bathroom showering simultaneously.
He's not.
Well,
She's not wrong.
Well, everyone else could be out, and one person could just be having it. Like, it's not like we're all going to be here in the room together all the time.
Big station.
Maybe like
I think
put
it-
like a half-built SB on the table.
I like that.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm fine with doing that.
I like a dummy SB. Yeah. Oh, speaking of SB, Refine. I have 3 grenades to give to SB.
Okay.
Oh god.
I have 1 smoke grenade.
Okay.
I have 1 short circuit grenade. I'll send you what that does in a minute.
Yeah. You already mentioned those two.
All right, and then I also have a single microbot grenade Mark II.
Oh, God.
What was a microbot grenade, dude?
It does a cloud of angry nanites.
Yeah.
How long do those stick around for?
I don't know actually. I've never used one. We just looted one at some point.
I can technically make those if I want to on SB. I was currently thinking 2 aquariums and 1 frag grenade. But...
So it fills with the microbot assault spell. Thank you, Aeon for not linking that. The microbot's I have lasts for 3 rounds.
Not bad.
I need to see what that does. It says description 2d6. I'm assuming that means 2d6 damage per round. That isn't amazing.
Yeah, but it's a persistent effect, and that's an AOE.
That's true.
You could chuck it to where the only cover is, and they would either have to get out of cover
Or stay in the nanobots.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ben, I do have one last question for you.
It's for 1 minute, so
Yeah.
Normal reload is a standard action, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right.
what mark is that?
2,
Uh,
Mark 2. Also, who's wearing the invisibility detector? I know one of us was going to take it.
I think is that an armor
I
upgrade?
think I have.
It is.
Yeah,
I think
I
you
have
have
it.
it.
I see
You
it
have
in my
that. You have the.
inventory here.
You have that. You have the teleportation unit. Okay.
Also, I'm not sure if we can use it for anything or here, but do keep in mind I do also have that Mark III anti-gravity puck. Not sure if that might be useful for anything here, but just something to keep in mind.
What does that do?
Single use. I can attach it to anything with a smooth surface. Here, let me go ahead and toss it up here.
I think.
Uh,
How do we guarantee that Sinjin comes to the room though?
I mean, that was the idea of getting our bait. Of if one of us is here, Boy, it would be interesting if we're meeting up with the tattooist at a room we rented. Even if she doesn't have to be there.
Put all the eggs in one basket and hope.
But no, that's my point. She doesn't have to be there. We just see the information that that's what's happening.
I know, but we have to in some way lure him in here.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe say it's a meeting. Or, like, if we said it was a meeting and they opened the door and didn't see anyone, they would probably get suspicious.
That's a fair point.
But if we had, like, me, the shapeshifter, wandering around, and, like, they tracked her to the room, but she doesn't go in the room, because it will kill her.
Yeah, we don't need anything. No friendlies go in that room once we set those traps.
Can you rig up like a hologram to make it look like somebody was going to the room?
Probably. So they're probably
Maybe
heading for
just
that.
see. Oh, there's gotta be. Maybe there's a technomancer on board we could talk to about that.
I mean, there's the
Actually, there's
illusion
hologram grenades. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the hologram grenades. We could have SB set up some of those or something.
Okay. And we only have the one nanite grenade. What mark did you say that was?
There
Mark
are holographic
The
sashiminos,
anti-gravity
which are
puck,
like...
it's like here. So the anti-gravity puck
Projector.
is a Mark III one. That's something that that was the thing from last session that Dizzy gave me. It's a bit of a gift. Basically, I attach it to anyone or anything. Smooth surface is swift action, and basically they are unaffected by gravity for up to an hour. And at Mark III, it can be anything that weighs up to 1,000 bulk.
That's very funny.
Pretty cool. My cat's got the zoomies.
So I'd say basically anything. I would say I'd say anything up to the size of maybe a small shuttle. It seems.
Probably like a giant cargo container or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So I've went ahead and deducted like here. I believe 150 diatha rounds should do it.
God damn. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping I'd have enough to get an auto loader for my armor, but I do not. That's okay.
Here, just to make it easy, I'll just go ahead and modify the damage roll on my pistol. Just add that extra damage in.
Since I'm probably not going to need it, Ben, I'm going to sell my Sintered Star Knife and replace that with an automatic loader for my power armor. I think that's going to be more useful.
Okay.
If I need a secondary melee weapon, I'm in power armor with angry power fists.
Hell yeah. Power fists are the fucking best.
I think I could sell a couple things to help pay for all of this stuff. So I'm thinking.
And I'm sure we'll, as we go through Sinjin's goons, we'll loot stuff.
So here's what I think. Sinjin lands. He's probably gonna keep a cadre of his soldiers at the ship, but he's
Agreed.
probably gonna start hunting for us if we get the shapeshifter to lure him to the room or start luring him to the room. If at that point, do we just blow up the ship, sabotage it, or do we try to like?
I think we blow it up straight away. Or at least try and cripple it. Even if we damage it, that means that with Shan and Tarika and the AVI aboard the computer, even if we're not directly crewing it, it means that they'll probably be able to overpower it if it comes to that.
I'm just wondering if we blow up the ship, will the soldiers then will Sinjin then just hunker down and wait for soldiers to come to him, or is he just going to abandon and retreat and not go to the room?
I think we wait to board the ship until he's in our kill zone. We have to spring all of this simultaneously.
Yeah, but I think we want to like get some of the soldiers away from the group.
I think perhaps. Hmm. Shaw thinks about that. That's a good point. I think
Does
Go ahead.
Eldrin have any ideas for? Because he's the one who wants to spare some of the soldiers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
honestly, if we kill Sinjin quickly enough, then perhaps we don't have to like. That's the thing. How loyal are the troops? If their boss is dead instantly, are they will?
I'm thinking only.
I think if Sinjin's dead, I could make a good shot at convincing them. Even better if any Jun assassins he brings aren't still alive to try to combat me. Try to combat me.
Shaw chuckles. We've already killed eight of them. I think we can kill some more.
It's good.
Because he's probably going to split his guards between the ship and his hunting party.
He's like, I mean, in terms of keeping them alive, if he leaves some on the ship, if one or more of you could just fucking sneak by them or try to sabotage it from the outside, maybe. I imagine inside's easier, but I don't fucking know. Next, you're so loud.
Sorry, I'll mute.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, worst case scenario, the ones that are left on the ship are the ones that survive, if the ones that come with them want to fight to the death. But I'm thinking, as delicate as this operation is, he's probably not going to have a bunch of stompy soldiers try to do this assassination mission on us and go into the room and fuck up the stealth. He's probably going to just have him and his assassins come in. Because assassins can maybe sneak up on me.
Keep in mind, you also know that he has 2 tattoo guardians as well. Those are bigger than assassins.
Right.
Yeah, but fuck the guardians.
We know we're gonna have to deal with those at one point or another.
Fair enough.
Actually, I would have a question. I have a couple other questions about those for the tattooist at some point, but we'll come back to that.
I'm thinking, if he's on a landing pad, if we just get the king to like shut down that landing pad, like he can't leave. Like that's effectively him locked out. And like if like we lock the room, that maybe keeps him from going there. Like
you mean like block his access going back to the landing pad? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
But like block the access to the landing pad and lock the access to leave the landing pad, so that even if
they are open airs. There's no like.
They're open air. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think the easiest way to do that
you could try to like lock him out. Like that's possible.
I think we lock him out, and at the same time, we send them a message saying all of the base defenses are active. If you take off, you will get blown to pieces. Something like that.
Like have every weapon just pointed at that landing pad. Just announce it to the soldiers. It's like you can either surrender or we'll blow up the ship.
Keep in mind, the communication jammer. It's not just like interplanetary stuff. Like if
it's local too.
You could fuck with his ability to talk to his factions.
That's true.
Did we warn the king then?
I think we have to.
Yeah.
We're about to use his station as a kill zone.
So shut off communications and threaten the guards that if
thankfully
the ship
you guys
tries
are
to leave.
Good friends. We're good friends with those spies.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They're the ones.
He means with the Verthani, so that gave us the
Verthani spies. They gave you the jammer.
Yeah, I mean, but like they gave it to us to use.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like it's a good thing. Like you guys, then you could have like not befriended them at all, but you did, and now you have a good item.
I don't want to think about how much more difficult this campaign had been if we hadn't befriended the various NPCs at different points.
Oh, harder for sure, way harder.
Okay, so
the galaxy punishes an asshole free pilot.
Okay, so Sinjin lands. He goes off to hunt. When he's when he's in our kill zone, we activate the jammer, and we play a message to the guards saying, if the ship tries to leave, we blow it up and kill you all with the defenses, surrender, St. John's done for. And then we ambush St. John. My problem is, I don't think we've talked to, what's his name?
King Dragor.
Zeldrin.
Oh, Zeldrin.
Zeldrin.
What do you know about the Phoenix tattoo? Because we've heard rumors that he's been killed before but came back. And I know what a fucking Phoenix is. I'm thinking he has some sort of like immortality tech.
He kind of frowns and he's
magic.
just like, he didn't have a Phoenix tattoo when I was with him. I mean, my guess would probably be what you guys have guessed. Like, if it's called a Phoenix, it's probably some sort of resurrection or regenerative ability.
I'm thinking if we do that, he resurrects on the ship. Because that ship is his base, pretty much. His
Maybe.
mobile.
I think we try and burn. If we can kill him and immediately burn the body, that would help. But
Yeah. But I'm thinking he has something on board a ship to revive him.
possibly.
You see,
I think it's worth that.
now that you mentioned that, Zeldrin kind of frowns. He's like, "There's did you talk to Eska about the tattoos?"
We
Yeah.
did. She mentioned the Guardians. I still actually have a couple other questions for her at some point, but she mentioned the Guardians. She was not clear about the Phoenix either. That seems to be a recent addition.
Well, I more meant like, well, Eska's a mystic. She uses magic to kind of infuse these tattoos. How Golden League tattooists do it. Sinjin's not really much of a caster. I mean, there's got to be a limit on how much tattoo shit he can have at once. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I hadn't considered that.
Like,
Like, it's not just an
Are you
issue
saying-
of like surface area on his skin. I mean, if you just keep pumping magic into your fucking skin cells, it can't be good.
are you saying we have to
No, I think he's saying that maybe there might be a limit on how many of the tattoos he can use at once.
He's like, he kind of like, as you get halfway through that sentence, he's like, I mean, were you gonna overload him? You think? It's possible. I don't really know how it works, but a
Well-
Phoenix tattoo sounds pretty fucking crazy.
I think even if we keep... Regardless, the more we pressure his resources, the better.
I'm just thinking we heard that he has that, we know he has that Phoenix tattoo, and we've heard rumors that people have thought they've killed him only for him to come back. Like, that's gotta be it. Because no one else knows about it.
I will
but
say, I don't
the
know
ship
anything
was a
about
recent
Phoenix's teleporting, though. Like, surely it could bring him back, but Phoenixes don't teleport, do they?
The ship was also a recent addition as well.
Yeah, you guys
Well,
know
my thing about-
he built the Risen very recently.
I think if he would, like, if it were me, I would probably want, I would want to be resurrected if it was over a distance, would be back within my impenetrable citadel.
Yeah, but if we shut off the communications, I think the problem is because we know we've come across somebody who had eyes on immortality tech.
True.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the Callistocrats were obsessed with it.
So I don't think you could go over long distances, but if you had like a backup on your ship, I'm not saying he does. He might also have that on his ship. So that's what I'm
think-
saying.
There's only a limited number of contingency we can plan for at a certain point.
Yeah, I'm just saying if everything goes well and we do kill him, we got to run to his ship and destroy anything that might be immortality tech.
I think containing the ship either way is a useful thing, even as long as if we have the ship defenses and perhaps the tuna on standby to, because I'll be frank, even if we just have the VI, Shan, Tarika, and Nyx by remote controlling it, I still feel pretty confident, given what we've seen of the Risen stats. I think I'm feeling pretty confident that the tuna can handle it.
Yeah.
But especially if we're working in conjunction with the station's defenses. I think I think we have to try and keep it as simple as possible. We contain the ship as best we can. If he does have some means of resurrecting on board, then we'll either give chase on board or we try to disable as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Shaw frowns
Okay.
for a second. Ben, I had a quick question. I know the Wintermorn sent us supplies and stuff to help us out. There was no mention of them actually coming to help us out, right?
No, none that they said.
All right. They didn't even mention where they were, correct?
No.
All right.
Um,
Go ahead.
one more thing we might need to think about is he may not even come with his assassins. He may just.
Oh,
Stay
I
on
think
the ship.
Zeldrin snorts at that as like, if your Maidum is mad to give you a 200,000 credit bounty, he's gonna come off the ship to kill you.
All right. Well, I think we should go talk to the king. Let him know the plan.
I think we go with the apartment then, rig it up with the disintegration trap, and try and lure him in the tightest kill zone we can.
That just sounds so hilarious to me.
What do you mean?
Just imagine if we ran into that trap.
It's nice to be on the opposite end of it for a change.
This has been a trapless campaign.
Scorpio
Fair.
thinks about it for a minute. He's like, oh, wait a second. It's like, what do you call that when you've got like a book and then it's like same, you have like something happens at the beginning and then something happens at the end that's like thematically like appropriate. Like what's that called?
Bookends.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's like that because you remember because he trapped us in that small room that time.
He did trap you
Shark
guys in a
mess.
super small room.
Shaw, you see Shaw rub a spot on his power armor, and Scorpio would be the only person who recognized it, where Deminda stabbed the living shit out of Shaw that first encounter
Yup.
all that time ago.
Is that an operative?
Oh yeah,
She
Was
was
that
the
a
first
female
operative.
operative?
First
a
operative
drow
was-
female operative.
I could probably find her. I think her art's in here still.
Yep.
At
No,
some-
she nearly
at some-
killed me. Like we were only like 5 sessions in, and she nearly killed me.
At some point, as we're going around, I'm going to take a Sharpie and just write Lady Kill on the back of Shaw's armor.
It's really quick, yeah.
Yeah. No, like it set the precedent right from the beginning. I don't see Deminda. I see a bunch of the Drow enforcers. I see.
Yeah, I just
Ainsley
remembered. I
the
don't think
Hunter,
she had official art actually.
Which I suspect might be another reason why he's pissed us off. Wasn't she also his mistress?
I think you guys assumed that. I don't think there was any actual proof of that.
Okay.
Reminds me of all the times, like, whenever I go north to work, we almost always wear coveralls. And something a lot of guys will do is they'll take a bottle of water and they'll like
And they're like, hello? Oh no. Is he gone? Oh, what the fuck? My Discord cut out.
There he is.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
I thought you paused mid-sentence, but I think my Discord just cut out for a second.
Yeah, your Discord went kabutsky.
I heard water bottle. That was the last thing I heard.
Yeah. So we all wear coveralls. So what some guys will do is they'll take like a very partially filled bottle of water and sneak it into a guy's back pocket. So whenever he goes to sit down, he just gets his ass wet. It's kind of like that.
Incredible. Incredible.
I've actually
play.
done that in real life. I've done sleight of hand to sneak something onto somebody.
Sleight of hand.
Jeez.
Hell yeah. All right. What is okay? So we got a lot of plans going on here.
Can we take a quick bathroom break?
Yeah, let's pause here. See if anything sparks any other ideas. All right, I'm gonna put our BRB thing on.
I've got a slice of delicious apple pie.
Love a good apple pie.
Yum.
Friend Ben is, as always, spamming memes to me.
Nice.
Share.
Huh?
Share.
Whenever he does that to either Ben or to me, it's always a saturation bombardment.
Yeah, it's
Is it a bunch of,
so many.
Just random stuff. They're apropos of nothing.
Total global saturation.
I'll put a couple of the winners in our group chat. All right, here's one more. This crop is very silly. All right. Wielding stakes. Okay. So, sounds like we got a lot of potential steps here. So first, you're rigging the trap in the apartment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so trap's being rigged in the apartment. You're going to the king next to talk about the other plans.
I think Plan B is the conservatory, depending on how things go. He may want to move his favorite plants out.
Move his plants out. Okay. You're making plans for using Velgo, the shapeshifter, as other potential bait. Detonating the communication jammer to stop Sinjin communicating with his troops, and trying to disable his ship as well. Sounds like you are leaving your ship here, but with the defenses of the place turned on.
Yeah, I think for the tuna, honestly, I'd rather have it on standby in case we needed it to either get a quick pursuit or a quick getaway, depending on how this goes.
yeah, I'll give what's our otter friend called again?
Tarika.
She's at the ship right now, guarding it.
I'll tell Tarika a code word to not open it unless we tell her the code word.
Okay, noted.
What is the code word?
Yeah, what's the code word?
It's bacon. It's always bacon.
Sure.
Bacon and Uncrustables.
All right. So it sounds like next step is talking to the bear then. As you guys head to talk to King Dregor. I think that Zildern would come with you guys.
Okay.
And as you guys enter the throne room again, King Dregor and a couple of new guards. Looks like he's kind of replaced the old crop. He has more in reserve. The dancing girls are there as well. They're just like, well, it looks like you found Zeldern, and did you get everything you needed for Sinjin?
Are we able to like procure all that stuff that we want set up? Or?
Yeah, I'd say you could get all the ingredients.
Okay.
This is like a trade place after all, just like for pirates.
Okay.
And anything we can't buy, we can fabricate aboard the tuna with the tech lab.
Just
As
build
long
a
as it's
small-
level 13 or lower.
Just build a small nuke.
Maybe
I mean,
not
we
that.
can.
Yeah, we're all set up for our ambush. We do plan on during the attack jamming communication for the station. Is that cool?
He kind of frowns, like, will it be removable afterward?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's kind of frowning. Give
Temporary
me
disruption.
give me a diplomacy check.
I'll assist with that.
You won't actually.
I
Yeah.
won't.
Okay, I'd say clearing a 30. Yeah. I suppose so. So you are luring Sinjin here.
Yeah.
What is your plan? What will you do?
Murder the fuck out of him.
Shaw chuckles. Go into a bit more specific. I think we need to.
Was there any footage of fuck? What was that planet where we killed your rival, James?
Oh,
Triaxis?
back on Triaxis.
Is there any footage of that fight that happened on Triaxis?
I don't think we have any on us.
I don't think you guys specifically recorded it or anything.
What about SB?
I think
Is
we
SB
established that
always
SB isn't just always on, that we had to call it.
Okay. Do you know
It
what
was either that SB isn't always recording, or that SB routinely like purges.
Oh, there's something like
Old
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say probably not, though, honestly.
I'll ask. Do you know what a disintegration cannon is?
Are you asking the Bear King?
Yeah.
He's just like, I assume it would just turn an intruder to dust.
Yeah. Imagine a disintegration cannon, but bigger. There's going to be nothing of the room that he's in left.
That sounds. What room are you trying to disintegrate? Will it harm my station?
No.
Just want to.
Some furniture, probably.
That's about it. A singular apartment.
And would it hit everyone in that apartment?
We intend for it to be empty. We're planning to rig up a trap for Sinjin to come in there. We're trying to make as much of a kill zone as we can of that room, but only that small room. We'd rather not make a war zone out of the station if we can help it.
I suppose that's fine. And you will fight him in there? What if he lives?
Then we die, I
Or
suppose.
we kill him more.
Our plan is to set off the trap and then rush and throw grenades.
And then essentially block his exit. If he tries to go through that, to leave that place, I motion to Shaw, myself, and Zeldin. He's got to go through the three of us while being shot at by these two.
Alright. I suppose if all fighting's localized to just one apartment, that's ideal.
Maybe his landing bay, if he manages to teleport out.
That's our backup plan. But yeah,
We're also gonna. We'd like to ask you to control his access. Control the access to the loading bay, and the
Yeah.
weapons that guard that one.
once we set off our trap, we're trying to keep him from getting back to his ship.
Okay. I could try once he docks. I could try to lock him out once he leaves the room, but if he leaves people behind, it might get difficult.
Figure that out, but as long as he can't get back to the ship, we'll make it work. Our ship will be on standby if we need to. Obviously, if he takes back off, The station defenses are yours to do with as you please, but we were hoping for some support from that, but that's up to you.
I'm not sure that I would open up on his approach, but perhaps...
I think perhaps only after if he takes back off. We'd like you to let him land, otherwise, because if we're gonna set the trap, that needs to be how we do it.
Very well. You can
If
land.
nothing else, at least shut off access to him leaving.
Yeah. The rest, Shaw frowns. At some level, there's going to be some degree of improvisation in this. There's a variety of parts. Something's going to go wrong somewhere. We'll make do as best we can, but if we could get your support for, again, using the communications jammer when we set off the main ambush, and then ideally restricting his access to the landing pad in case it goes wrong, we would be very grateful.
Are you going to try to do anything to his ship, or just hope that he can't get back in?
Fortunately, I'd rather not stretch us out too thin if we can help it. If I could sabotage it as I'd like to, but I don't know if we have the bodies to do that.
Do you want me to try and sneak aboard and...
Shaw frowns at that. On the one hand, I wouldn't mind you being able to get at his escape route. Do you think you don't have any AMA slots available, do you?
Nope.
Just wondering if perhaps you could use the teleportation device to get to us after...
I'm in a travel suit.
Yeah. Ben, how quick from the landing pad, if Wilco sabotaged it, how quickly would it get to where we would be setting the ambush in the apartment?
Wait, say that again.
Probably not. If he was disabling the ship,
Yes.
how long would it take him to reach us at a fight in the apartment? Because my problem with that, Boz, is that you are one of our primary damage dealers.
Should we have Espy there, then?
We could try.
I'd say it probably takes at least a couple minutes to get through.
Yeah.
I think it'll have to be SB if we're going to try to disable it physically on that end.
So yeah, like take back all the grenades and healing shit. off
SB
SB.
probably can also get back faster than anyone besides me, I think.
You could also... Are you
Yeah,
still
like-
using Velga to try to direct him anywhere?
Yeah.
Or
To this room.
yeah, we were going to use Velga's help to try and direct them to the apartment.
Okay. So what do you so are you gonna send the drone to try to do it? Are you not trying to sabotage them?
I think we send SB to sabotage, shut off the ship.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay. If we do that, it will take SB some time to get back. SB does run 6 times land speed, which is nice, and has, land speed 40, which is not bad.
Okay, so that's
So
something.
SB can get back probably quicker than the rest of us,
Yeah, I would
but it
say
will
so.
still take some time. And if
Speak
SB is
for
doing the
yourself.
sabotage, I will be occupied while that sabotage is happening.
That's okay.
I think we should do the sabotage before he gets to the room.
If possible, yeah. Because once we set off the comm jammer, you're probably not going to be able to control SB at distance anyways.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that we want to have SB do the sabotage at the last possible second. Then we hit the comm jammer, hit the trap. This has to be as simultaneous as possible. But yeah,
Okay.
Wilco, I know that, like I said, I trust you'd be able to do it, but it's a question of you're one of our primary damage dealers. You can deal stuns. You deal monstrous damage with your rifle. Not having you there is going to be a real problem.
All right, wait. SB could just go in and set off a short circuit grenade in their ship, like on their controls or something.
That's true.
That would probably... Does short circuit... Isn't that only a temporary effect?
Yeah.
I'm thinking having just have SB there to shut off that escape route.
part of the problem is SP's useful in combat. You know.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, look, there's a lot of different plans you guys can make. It's up to you guys.
Are there any?
Actually,
hacker-
wait a minute. How many people can go with somebody on a dimension door?
Oof. I don't know. Let me see.
Because that's the other thing. Scorpio, you've got the teleportation circuit in your thing. If he clears it, we can teleport ahead of him to the landing pad.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually, yeah. Let's just do that. Because if it looks like St. John's got away, we just teleport to his
You
ship.
could
and-
bring up to 4 additional willing or unconscious medium or smaller creatures.
Additional, so that's all of us, including Zeldern.
If you
Yeah.
can dimension door.
Well, no, through the teleportation circuit in Scorpio's armor.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
He could do it twice.
Intriguing.
I think maybe that's our backup. I think we have the king ask the king, or we don't have the king. We ask the king to lock down to the landing bay, and then if it looks like he's going to get away and head that way, we can teleport aboard, or at least teleport to that landing pad.
or teleport to our ship and then
That
ship
too.
to chase. Because
Yeah,
out of character, I feel like this ends with us on his ship fighting him.
probably.
I think out of
But I think
character, it's
I-
going to end however you guys can manage to end him.
That's fair.
Would it be hilarious if he just dies to the trap and that's the end?
Hey, I'm for it. But
If it
I think
happens, it
that's the thing. The teleport circuit has 2 charges. We can use that to either catch up with him or get back to the tuna. We've got that as the option.
Okay.
I think that's our play. That way we can stay local, and while he can't communicate, we can outmaneuver him.
All right. So
What do
you're
y'all
getting ready to
think?
teleport in.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right. The king. Very well. Try not to wreck my station.
Our plan. Shaw bows. Much obliged.
You see, he kind of like leans over to the side of his chair and like scratches the back of the head of that fucking Veshrod you guys brought him. It's just like chained to his throne. You bring a good pet. You get some credits for that. Zeldern kind of looks and is like, all right, I guess let's go to one of the communication rooms. I'll send a signal.
Let's do it.
I think you guys can kind of sit in with him on this communication, but Zeldern, you guys found like a quiet communication room. He begins transmission. He's like, "Hey, Sinjin, long time no see. Look, Shayeth, remember her? I'm sure you do. Look, she's on this backwater station that I'm on, Smuggler's Moon. I think that's where you tried to find her before, right? Well, she's somewhere on here. Look, there's this bear, Dragor. He's the king here now. I'm sure he knows. Look, let's just let bygones be bygones, and I give you this, you come get me." And he'll hang up after that. Yeah, I think that'll work.
We'll find out, I suppose. Let's see what happens. Shaw exhales a little bit.
Let's borrow the apartment next to the ambush apartment.
Okay, I'd say yeah, you can do that. Dragor
Yeah.
pretty much just kicks out whoever's there.
We'll pay them for their time once this is done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say probably while doing that, Scorpio's probably up against the wall doing like the lock and load montage. You just see him just like putting the diatha rounds in the clips for his pistol. Yep, and then it's like, and then we just sort of like cut the entire the time, and you see show per sing song, and I don't you don't need to play on stream, but it's all put in Discord chat, and it's just like an eye for an eye. I'll see you in hell on the other side.
Hell yeah, you guys have this like music go. You guys are just fucking arming up to the teeth in this adjacent apartment. Velgo is kind of just they're sitting there with you, kind of just cycling between like looking like each of you guys back to back, and then looking like Eska, just like back and forth. Just like, look, you're gonna pay me. That you guys still owe me 2,000 credits if you want me to do this.
It's gonna have to be somebody else. I don't got it.
Okay, so let me go to my sheet real quick. I have some stuff I think I can sell.
All right, look, I've still got plenty of credits. I'll give it to him.
Okay.
All right. There's like, all right, deal's a deal. Just tell me when to go. I think you guys,
At some point, the same thing I did to Shaw. I sneak up behind Scorpio and write "Sugar Daddy" on his armor.
Incredible. You keep scribbling that armor. It takes a couple of days. They have a really good drift drive, the Risen, so it's not that long. But eventually, you guys spend these days like arming up this montage. You guys are setting up this fucking disintegration trap inside inside the apartment to your right, getting Zeldern to prepare with you guys. And after about 4 days, you guys hear Rionry. This was the Demai, the kind of, major domo that let you guys in initially, where they like gave you that tour and showed you your apartment and all that, or apartment, like a area by your landing pad. Rionry's like, pardon me, kind of like, beeps on all your comms, like, there is a ship entering the airspace of Smuggler's Moon. I think it's the one you're waiting for. He's kind of like a holographic representation of the Risen appears again. It's like kind of like orbiting. King Dragor is letting it land. I am gonna go hide in a small room and hope no one finds me.
Shaw smiles. Understood. Go quickly ping Tarika, Dahia, to stand to, just in case. Hopefully it doesn't become ship to ship, but just
you
so
show
you
like
know.
Tarika's daughter in the background. It's like, oh fuck.
That's a reasonable response. Stay calm. We got this.
Lock it down. Lock it down. Okay. All right. So go there. All right. Going down. We're gonna move into part 3 of our adventure. Fly free or die. All right. You guys hear the Risen has landed. Everyone give me, I would say, a perception check. This is basically going to be like you guys, with your various contacts and stuff, trying to gather information on what you know about, like who's disembarking, all this shit.
Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna use channel points to reroll that.
Okay.
Damn it.
Good grief.
Yeah, fucking crazy that the rerolls are like that. I would say, all right, highest we're looking at is a 33 from Shaw. it sounds like Rionri has gone to meet Sinjin at the dock that they landed at. Sinjin seems to have disembarked with himself, 8 Jun assassins, and 30 Golden League soldiers.
Okay.
God.
It seems he's turned out any offer of ship
you said
maintenance.
8 June assassins, you said?
Yeah, and 30 Golden League soldiers.
Ben, I did have one other question that I would have wanted to ask the tattooist in the downtime.
Yes.
The tattoo guardians, are they vulnerable or weak? Are they vulnerable or not vulnerable to any particular types of damage?
If the Jun are vulnerable to any types of damage?
No, the tattoo guardians.
Oh, interesting question. Yeah, I feel like you could have asked her. I would say, hold on. She didn't design his particular ones, but I'll make a roll. Okay. She would tell you that first of all, mechanically they are constructs. They'll have all like the regular construct immunities. So you know, like being dominated, like all that construct shit. She thinks it might depend on the individual guardians, but she doesn't know about them being particularly weak to anything.
Okay. Constructs is good. My solar flares can affect that.
Yeah, true. All right.
Okay. Better than nothing.
Okay. So Sinjin, you presume, is gonna like probably try to go talk to King Dragor about Shaeth. Zeldern is like, okay, he sent me a message. He says talking to the king. He will okay. I don't know. I guess should we send in Velgo now? Just like what? Like run by the windows that like the throne room overlooks?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. This'll probably take a bit to get up there, make everything like get to the throne room. While they're setting up and getting to the throne room, are we still trying to get to the ship?
I think we leave the ship for now. If it looks like he's getting ready to escape, we'll tell Zeldin, you and I, Mr. Scorpio here has a teleport circuit in his armor. We can get there ahead of him.
All right.
If it comes to that.
You see he kind of like reaches behind him, you know, like that orbiting mote of light around him. You see he just snatches it out of the air, slams his hands together. The mote vanishes. We see his palms both just start to like glow brightly. Family reunion time it is then.
Indeed. Got a job that needs repaid with great deal of interest. And with that, Shaw's power armor lights up, and all of the various force panes from the celerity rigging come to life.
Kind of like snap on these like hard light constructs. All right. Cool. So, you guys are in the apartment next to it. What's your plan as Velga departs, presumably to lead them here. You're in the apartment. What are you guys doing? And when are you detonating this communications device?
As soon as we hear the disintegration go off. Oh,
Yeah?
Next drop. There we go.
Oh, next drop.
as soon as we hear the disintegration go off, we jam communication.
I think that we should.
Can you send me the specs of the trap again?
You just want to know the DCs?
Yeah, basically.
Perception DC 41, disabled engineering DC 36.
Okay. It's the chamber trap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's also fortitude DC 22.
Gotcha. All right, what were you gonna say? You gonna say something next?
Do we think it makes sense to try and get like some amount of eyes on the hallway to make sure we're not betrayed?
Yes.
All right.
If you can have SB positioned nearby, that would
yeah,
probably help.
I'll do that. Just like
Should I be in a vent?
well, I was thinking putting SB in a vent with vision of the hallway.
Maybe me in a vent and another vent as well.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I think you two stay hidden. Scorpio and I and Zeldern will be closest to blitz the door. Nix, you have a lot of mobility, so if you need to move around, I'll leave it up to, you know best what you want to do.
Okay, you guys. So Robot and Wilco up in vents. Okay.
A little bit of stealth roll.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll. Give me a stealth roll for the bot as well, and then Nix, give me a D100 roll.
Stealth with the bot?
Yeah.
You said?
Yeah.
50.
Field.
50.
I wouldn't know.
Consistency.
Consistent 50s. We love to see it.
And a 42.
Should I spend a resolve? Because that was only a 4.
You are statistically likely to do better, but you also risk a natural 1.
I did one hole better.
What is it with your rerolls, Boz?
What the fuck
I don't
is
know.
happening? You just gotta stop rerolling shit. Holy fuck. Okay, give me one sec.
Ben's hack, and that's what.
Okay. Put that aside for later.
If they are trying to hack SB, I think SB has stuff that's like counter hacking.
It's not what's
Yeah.
happening.
Okay. No, that's fine. I just wanted to check.
No,
Because-
absolutely. Gotta use your abilities.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So most of you are in the apartment next to it. Those in the vents. The two of you in the vents see people, not like boots thundering down the hall, but like clearly like sneaking around the other corner. You see 4 June assassins coming.
We don't see Sinjin yet.
Don't see Sinjin. Sorry, presumably before that also you do see basically Velga kind of like runs by this hallway, tries to like kind of prop the door open a little bit to that apartment you want them to go into, and then seems to just kind of like melt into the ambient shadows of the hallway and just like pieces the fuck out.
Good deal.
What do you guys do? Do you do anything as you see these 4 coming?
We wait for the trap to go off, I think.
Right, you kind of see them like heading into like breaching positions. They ease the door open. The 2 at the back have rifles out. The front 2 just have like basically like fingerfuls of shurikens. Just deleting that so I can move these dudes.
Ben, I think what we'd like to do as soon as we hear the trap go, we'd like to try and move up so we can take advantage of the surprise round.
Yeah, I'd say you guys can get a surprise round as it goes off. You kind of hear like, honestly, probably you don't hear a lot of them very quietly moving through, and then you hear almost like just this boom, and like deep bass vibration that kind of shakes the wall in the apartment next to you. All right, need 4 D20s. Let's see if any of them noticed it before it went off. None of them noticed it before it went off. Barely. The
Fortitude
lowest. Hold on, let me check their. The lowest person got a 30, or the highest person got a 39. So 2 away from noticing it.
God damn.
Whew.
All right, now Fortitude. Okay, dun 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 dun. Those were not great rolls for them. Holy fuck.
What was the highest?
One of them got a nat 20, but the other 3 got just ass. Just so bad.
Okay, so /R 14d12
Yeah, hit me with
to
it.
the 3 /R
Okay, 14d12. Okay, so
4d12. So the one that rolled a nat 20 takes 19. The others take 84.
okay. I think you would know that. I mean, you guys know that's less than their health for sure.
Yeah.
But even so, devastating. So, all right, that's gonna bring those ones down. Instantly bloodied.
I'm gonna
I will say
start
one
near-
person.
Scorpio.
I would say one person does have to use their surprise round action. You guys specified this. One of you has to trigger the communications thing. Otherwise, it'll come down to you triggering it during actual initiative order.
Okay.
Because they're going to try to like immediately radio out.
Or fine, do you want to handle that?
It's
Yeah.
probably-
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. You still might
It's
also
just a
beat them
standard-
in on initiative. It's basically just like you're going to use your full round action as a surprise round to like.
Oh wait, full round action?
Yeah.
It would be ideal if I didn't have to do that as a full round action. Because I
Scorpio.
have very good move actions to use.
You guys could also try to just kill as many, kill them in the surprise round, but it's going to be hard.
I'd rather not risk it. Scorpio, you might, since you usually do. No offense, you don't usually have as much damage as the rest of us. Do you think you would be willing to use a surprise round for that? While
You
Wilco
could
and
also
I-
try to convince Zeldern to do it.
No, it's all right. I got it. It's all good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Then
I don't want to waste a surprise round.
Hey, I got it. It's all good.
All right, then Zeldern will be involved as well. Then. Okay, so basically, before we roll initiative, let's just. God, I'm gonna have so many fucking tabs open the rest of this goddamn book. Okay. Cool. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna open initiative. Don't roll in yet. I'm gonna clear the previous order. All right. Go ahead and roll in.
So SP's an event. I need to roll SP in as well. I don't know where in the event SP is, but SP is in event.
I'd say we're like one move action away from being where SB is on the map currently. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah.
Finally, I roll something decent on my initiative.
Initiative. SP initiative.
By the way, Ben,
Yep.
I assume they do, but on their sheet, do they have uncanny agility?
Let me check. I don't know if they do. It doesn't really specify it. No, they do. They do. Okay, it was in a different section.
Okay, then they're immune to being flat-footed.
Yes. All right, so they got a 20.
What is their dex?
It is 8. So you do beat them because you have a higher one.
I have 8 as well.
Well, 'cause it's the initiative bonus. So you're plus 12 to initiative, right? You should be. That's why it's rolling
okay,
20.
yeah.
It goes like it's the initiative bonus, and then if initiative bonus is tied, then it's like who has the higher actual like dex value. But you have a plus 12 to
Oh.
initiative. They only have a plus 8, so you do clear them. Okay, Zeldern popping off with a nat 20 initiative.
Shaw, I'm gonna try and give you.
The miracle worker.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
It lasts a minute.
Cool. You can do that twice per day?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I can give you another one if we get into another combat later.
I have a feeling we will.
I'd say maybe save it, because these guys
I-
might be already
I
out.
think
Save
we'll be
both
okay
of them,
here. I think save
you
it
think?
for now. Yeah, that's actually a good call.
Okay. We'll see.
But yeah, I'll try and stick as close to you as I can. That way, if things go wildly sideways, we can do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Shaw, you're up first.
Now, let me check one thing real quick. doesn't have to be melee. Alright, this is janky, but I'm gonna do it. Since I have 2 uses of it now, I'm gonna pop one for a use of the Moonlight Fibers to give myself haste this round. I'm gonna move to the door here.
Alright. You blur into action as your trap is sprung.
And did the disintegration have the effect we hoped for on the screen there that blocks them?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna remove the green line, but there's definitely like no furniture in the middle of the room.
Alright, with the haste, because it just says full attack, it doesn't have to be melee. Full automatic with the plasma array, heavy fire enabled.
Oof. Burning hot plasma rips through the room. They have no cover at all.
We'll go top left, top right, bottom right.
Alright. I would say pretty evident from the amount of fucking like burn and like melted gear. The one that made the save is top right.
Okay.
Everyone else is well below half.
Alright, so all of them will do 32 damage going forward.
Gotcha. 37 hits.
I'm hoping that's a hit.
Definitely a hit.
24 EAC.
That does also hit.
So, still 32. Also 32.
Okay.
32 damage to each of them.
Alright. None of them go down, but a devastating 32 times 4... Like, what is it, like 100 damage right off the bat?
128
120?
total.
128. Blur of plasma through the room. After you go, Zeldern's like, well, it might not be my sibling yet, but let's get the fuck in there. You see his hands are just fucking burning with light. Ooh, okay, let's see. What can he... Is this full attunement?
Also, if nobody objects, I'm borrowing another half dozen batteries from our stash.
Alright, he's gonna kind of lean out from behind Shaw. You see his hand, almost like a straight laser beam, just burns through. Is gonna slam into bottom left girl. And this is his base shot, so this is gonna be... You see her.
Ouch.
He just burns a hole straight through her chest. She drops. And the 3 around her are all going to make reflex saves. God, they're rolling so bad. All 3 fail. And you see, because that beam was filled with so much extra heat, all 3 of them next to her instantly catch fire.
Oh, Jesus.
And they are all going to be burning for 10.
Wow.
Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, you're setting off the thing. You kind of see one of like the least injured one like is like clicking an earpiece, and you see her eyes just kind of go wide, just like tapping it repeatedly and just like only getting static. James.
Am I able to, like, nudge someone out of the way?
I think it's an action to try to push someone out of the way.
I'll just peek around the corner here and take a shot at the
least injured?
the
Okay.
one that... Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, you can lean around. That's what Zeldern was doing, leaning around Shaw. It's hard. It's getting harder to lean around Shaw because he's fucking enormous.
He's too thick.
Hey, I even avoided the large size power armor.
That is true. You could have been even bigger. Absolutely true.
It's a racial ability for Vest.
Oh my-
Really thick.
Do you have channel point?
No, I'm saving it.
Alright, do you want me to give you a reroll?
Save it.
Okay.
I feel like somehow, like, just in the excitement of all these, like, you know, gearing up montages, somehow just forgot to, like, chamber that first round. Nothing happens.
Just a bad battery.
Fucking hell. Alright. Surprise round, they don't go. I'm gonna say they're not gonna get the burning condition until it's actually their real turn. Refine.
Just all burnt to death before their turn.
I don't think 10's enough to take any of them out right now, but it's a close run thing.
Let's see. Is it worth putting myself in danger? Do you guys think you all can kill them before it gets back to me?
We can kill them. They're all basically at death's door at this point.
They're all
Alright.
hurting real bad, yeah.
They are hurting pretty bad.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a cone where I can hit all of them.
They also probably have evasion.
Yeah. I'd say if you're gonna use, I would
yeah.
say just take a sniper shot at them.
All right, I'll go up. You can't 5-foot step and move action, can you?
No.
Probably
can.
not.
Oh no, right, and not move action.
Even though it's a free action, like a 5-foot step is effectively your move action.
All right. In that case, I'll go up. I'll use the hypergraph. I don't really want to wait to the hypergraph yet.
Another reason I'm so excited for Starfinder 2E when it's just the Pathfinder system of
I'll
there's
just
3
take a
actions.
5-foot step and take a shot.
And Ben, at some point we'll talk later. I haven't looked at all into Pathfinder, but I will.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
But so busy.
You're good, you're good.
This one.
Everyone just using Shaw is basically covered.
Probably not.
18's
going
not gonna do it.
It's a 4 on the die. It's a 4 on the die.
You try to, like, you're just like, where does live, hot assassin body begin and where does the fire end as you, like, whiff the shot through the flames? SP just clambering out of the fucking vent.
Yeah.
SP, ironically, probably has the easiest shot because you can just be on, like, the ceiling.
Almost certainly, yeah.
Paladin, I don't want to put my foot back by there because you keep trying to bite it. Do you see the error of your ways?
Do you want SP to throw a grenade? Invasion, though, as you said, so I'm not sure it's worth it.
I don't think not just yet. Let's save it.
All right.
I don't want to use too many of these people since we've had already such a solid opener.
All right, let's save it then.
Look, when you spend the time to rig up a trap like that, yeah, it's pretty solid.
Just acid and fire. They're just melted.
Alright, so is SP just shooting?
Yeah. Let me get everything up. All right. 25? EAC?
EAC, that'll work. Which one was it on?
Alright. This one.
Okay. She is still alive, albeit barely. Shaw.
Moonlight fibers bite, so I'm staggered this round. But as the plasma array sweeps back over his right shoulder, the artillery laser comes up over the left. Which one looks most damaged? Probably the one that SP just shot?
Yeah, well, for sure.
Alright, artillery laser into that one.
Okay.
I hope that kills it.
Yeah, she goes down. Drops, body still kind of crackling with fire. Alright, he is not at full attunement yet. Okay, so... oh, fuck, what is that? Okay. Just going to double attack with his solar flares from his palm. Let's see. Does that add something to it? Oh, okay, that bonus is only for melee. Got it. Okay. That'll be 2 hits. God damn. He is
Motivated.
rolling high on the dice. It's gonna be 60 for that one. She looks badly injured. Just like these 2 basically perfect holes are burned into her from the center of this guy's palms. Scorpio.
All right. So he'll go this way, then go ahead and draw down and fire at this one with the pistol.
This one, all right?
Yep.
You level the pistol, your diathra rounds. Boom! That's gonna be a hit, and you see the like conflagration around her just whoosh, flare into energy a bit harder, and she drops as well.
Okay. All right. I'll use Messer Move here. And as you do, you see like the music player hanging out of one of his many pockets, and you just hear it going, "Let the bodies hit the floor."
Just blaring music, like it's like pounding like the bass in this hallway. And that's gonna be James.
I'll take a shot at the remaining one.
Okay.
Let's see if I can sneak it.
That'll do.
She's not CR 25.
She is not.
Damn it.
Oh my god!
God.
What the hell, dude?
What the fuck?
Well, it's better that they
Okay.
happen here than versus Sinjin.
I was gonna say it's okay. We're getting them out of the way. We're getting them out of the way.
Alright, her turn hits. She burns for 10 and is barely alive. She's a Jun though, she's gonna go down swinging. Alright, Shaw, fucking lady killer over here, she's gonna yeet a carbon edge, one carbon edge shuriken at you.
Okay.
Okay, oh, she's gotta roll her stealth check as well to try to get sneak attack.
Can she really stealth in front of the man?
You could at least do perception, but yeah.
You know what? She'll do perception. 20. Okay. Yep. Sorry. 20 plus CR. I was counting on that. Not that she got a 20. That'll trick attack you. Then does a 31 hit KAC.
Absolutely not. Pings right off my armor.
She kind of staggers back, holding the multiple burn holes in her body, still flaming. We're fine.
I'll take a shot. Does that hit?
That does hit,
The AC?
and much smaller than Shaw's cannon, but another bolt of superheated gas plasma slams into her, and she drops.
Okay, this did not go to plan.
Well, we thinned the herd. We just got to find Sinjin now.
Yeah, at least half of the more dangerous cronies out the way. Shaw immediately uses a move action, hits the auto loader to reload the plasma array.
You
We gotta
see Zeldern kind of like, you see he starts like glow red hot, and then kind of dismisses his attunement to his stellar power. Fuck.
Yeah, he sent the peons first.
We need to get moving right away.
Yeah, let's get moving towards the docking bay.
Should we take the teleport to get over there, or?
Not yet.
Not
Save
yet.
it.
Let's save it. We have 2 charges. We need to use them carefully. Do we hear? We already chopped the comm, so even Tarika can't. If there's issues, Tarika can't radio for help either. Yeah, let's start moving towards the docking bay.
Alright, give me 1 sec. You guys start pounding down the hallways.
I'll just open up my wings and fly.
Okay, wait, which wings?
The ones that I have up to an hour of in
Okay.
10-minute increments. The ones that aren't going to be,
running out and work not in the vacuum of space.
Alright. Alright, you guys start pounding down the hallway. You get to one of the junctions. I'm going to use a different map that is a hallway. Yeah, that'll work. God, we have a lot of maps. Ignore all the doors. We say there's a door on the right, a door on the end of the left. Side ones aren't. You guys are coming from this end. All right.
we have got to fix Espy's token at some point.
What's wrong with SB's token?
For some reason, it always defaults her to 50 health.
What the fuck? Why?
I have
Also,
no
Shaw's
idea.
still showing my old token, but that's okay. We'll figure it out later.
Oh, why? I changed it. All right, hold on. I'll try to change that again in a second.
We can worry about it later.
I can just fix Espy's health. It's not a big deal, but just at some point, we should figure that out.
Okay. Sorry, now I'm annoyed. I want to at least try to get the right color for Shaw. Let's try this again.
Who are these mooks?
Also, Ben, how are you going to get 31 AC?
Probably closer to 30. Don't worry about it. This isn't our home game. Well, because I stole that dude's armor, I have a ring of plus
No,
3, and I'm gonna buy
I
an
know.
I'm gonna buy an amulet of plus 4.
I get it. I just worry he's gonna start having enemies designed to be able to hit 30 AC.
Look,
I thought I was doing okay with 25.
this has happened with his enemies before. He loves to gear enemies up with a lot of really cool gear, but it always just leads to us selling it, and then we just get better gear.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is that's obviously a mechanic of RPGs, but sometimes you can't just boost them by giving them a plus 5 weapon, because then we're just gonna sell it for 100,000 gold.
Yeah, no. I get that.
Hold on, let me figure out which of my
But
15
just,
tabs I need.
My figuring is if I've got 25 and I'm always gonna hit because he's designing for being able to hit 30s, then the other two with their 18 AC are just doomed.
Oh,
it
yeah,
gets to
they're
that
fucked,
point
they're fucked.
It gets to that point in Pathfinder where it's the boss can hit the highest AC on a 50-50. The wizard's just always going to get hit,
Yeah.
except on that one.
I mean, luckily it's not the end of the world because what it's mostly a concern for me is that I'm not going to be able to parry anymore if they're just going to have insane attack bonuses,
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Had to reorganize all my tabs to make this make a bit more sense. I'm gonna adjust music. All right, you see these? They look just like fucking regular, scoundrel ass pirates you'd see on this station. Kind of come through one of the multiple, various bulkhead doors that surrounds this whole place. One of
These
them.
Golden League?
You don't think so? They look like they're just fucking regular. You see a couple of them have two of them have pistols out. One of them just flicks out a fucking switch knife, just a little switchblade. And he's like, hey, so these are the mooks. Fucking, what? Dragor isn't gonna be fully in charge? Then why should we keep ourselves in check and make a little money, rob these fucking mooks?
Are these just random
These seem like
Let's
random
try to
station
rob 'em.
goers. Everyone give me 2 things. Give me a perception check. And great start. And a sense motive check.
Uh,
19 on the sense mode.
Okay. Perception check. Nothing. Don't worry about that. Doesn't matter. James Wilk on a sense motive. You think like, at first you're like, these are just fucking low life scum trying to take advantage of our plan. You know, communications are out. The king's not gonna fuck with them for breaking, you know, the peaceful rules of this place. Peaceful in quotes. And then you see just like the tiniest bead of sweat trickle down from his hairline behind his ear, and you look closer at his eyes, and you're like, he's talking a lot of shit, and what he's saying makes sense for a plan. Someone fucking put him up to this.
these are pirates, though, right?
Yeah, they're pirates.
Can I try to sneak off a shot at them from behind?
Sure, I mean, you can also just try to like intimidate them or anything too, but yeah.
I prefer my way.
Okay.
See, CR12.
No. These fucking assholes? Hell no. It was 64. Hold on, let me see. Bloodies him.
Roll me a con save.
Okay. No. What is it? He fails for sure.
It's a DC 22.
Yeah, he definitely fails. I rolled a 2 on the dice. Is this a knockout shot? What is this? Hello?
Stunning.
Stunning shot. Okay. He absolutely. You see the one with the fucking switchblade just drops it and is fully stunned.
He survived?
Yeah.
Damn.
Look.
Is he like holding on to dear life?
No, not yet. They may be scum, but hey, good pirates work here. Alright, go ahead and roll initiative. I'll roll in the scoundrels.
Damn.
Wow,
Grief
that was
bombs.
fucking atrocious, by the way.
Oh. Odd.
It's worse for us then.
Somehow rolled better than them.
SB also somehow rolled better than them.
Hey, they rolled another 2 for their initiative.
They did, yeah. It was not good. Alright, let me resort the order. Okay. Alright, Shaw.
We don't have time for this. So 5-foot step to the front. Full attack, artillery laser, and we'll start with the injured one and work our way around. And he'll say his. All right, let me start with the laser. So full soldier's onslaught. We'll start with the center one, then go to the top one, if depending on if I kill him or not.
All right.
Against EAC, so looks like 2 hits.
That will be 2 hits. Yes. Sorry, I'm adjusting something. All right. So front guy 27, that'll hit, and then it does 39. He is still alive.
Then 37 more.
Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Oh, fucking selecting with the fucking wrong tool. So 39 and then 37. Those together, 2 laser bolts smack into his chest. Drops.
Shaw looks at the other two. I strongly suggest you run.
All right.
That's my turn.
Beautiful.
Can I make an intimidate check for that?
I would say that's probably your turn.
Okay.
And then, appearing out of nowhere, fully from invisibility, you think you're good enough to fight me, Wilco? You bitch. As you guys see one of the ex-heirs to Edgecore Fortunes, Medsey Jameson, appear.
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, sorry, Scorpio just bursts out. Oh, it's a cat lady!
Absolutely, she puts people up to it. Let's see. She has so many fucking things. What is she gonna do first?
I think she rolled absolutely bonkers for her stealth roll.
Yeah, and she was invisible. Alright, here we go.
It doesn't matter. We rolled.
Also,
like
you guys
ass on a
rolled
perception check
fucking
anyway.
ass on that perception check.
I think the highest was a 33, wasn't it?
Alright,
It wasn't
she
enough. Clearly.
is going to hit
I'm just saying, it's not like
James.
bad roll.
I assume James on a 39 hits your KAC.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, plus 26. Her claws, made of pure adamantium, bury themselves in James' body for 56 damage.
Damn.
Oh shit, I think it removed her from the order for some reason. Fuck. Alright, let me add her back to the order. I had her, she came in, she had a 22. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Alright. Now it is over to James.
He can, by the way, probably 5-foot step underneath Refine because she's in the air.
I'm gonna try
I
something.
did mention that the wings were coming out.
You did,
I'm
man.
gonna
Hey,
try-
you mentioned the wings.
I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna like turn, kick off the wall to try and land over here. To try and as I'm doing it, I pull out the ultra thin dagger. I'm gonna try to do an acrobatics trick attack. Well, not trick attack, but snipe, but same fucking thing.
Okay. So acrobatics to avoid an op attack. Go ahead and roll your acrobatics. And I
she's
believe
not.
it's KAC plus 8?
No, this is part of a trick attack.
Oh, it's part of
I
your
can
trick attack.
move.
One. Sorry. She is not CR16 though.
Okay. Snipe. On a pistol. On a knife.
Trying to go hand in hand with her.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
You are
I do have
flanking
flanking
with
with
Scorpio. That's a 30. That is what?
She has uncanny agility.
Why would you think that?
She an operative?
I never said she was an operative.
She doesn't have uncanny. Okay, then never mind.
She is not an operative. However, with flanking, it's bringing to a 30, which does not go through her KAC as it glances off of her shoulder pad.
God damn.
SB. Oh shit, sorry, I forgot to roll in our fucking Solarian. Okay, it's fine. He would have
back.
gone near the end anyway.
Alright, what is SP gonna do?
It's a great question.
I'm thinking maybe the smoke grenade over on them, on the guys on the far side, but I'm not sure.
I think we save this. Up to you. I'll let you. You decide.
I don't. Well. So the thing is, I'm not sure SB can hit her. Well,
EAC
yeah, I'm not
maybe.
sure SB can hit her AC is the problem.
Okay.
But there might be some other things that could be good that SB could do. Oh. Huh. That would probably work. One sec. Can you get up the list of all the cones, Ben?
What fucking cone do you want?
30 foot?
Bring me the cone menu.
I gotta look at the pictures. Oh boy, that's gonna be annoying. Do I still have a 30-foot one?
Do we think she has a good fortitude save?
Probably her weakest save. Although, if she's not an operative, I don't know.
Once again, not an operative.
Then honestly, if she's... I don't know what she is. We know that she likes guns. She might be a soldier.
Probably a soldier.
If that's the
Even
case, her
if-
fort saves can be pretty good.
Yeah, but even if she passes, it'll still do decent-ish damage.
I think shoot your shot. She's a tough character. We got to kill her quick.
Yeah, I was trying to kind of hoping to save this for St. John because I figured he probably doesn't have a great fortitude save.
One type of blast.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Never mind, we're good.
There's
We'll save
also-
it for St. John.
Okay, you want? There's also one that's a perfect right angle. Does that matter to you?
No,
Okay, all right. Glad I found this token.
we'll save it.
Get that shit out
we'll
of here.
save it. We'll save it for St. John. We'll save it for St. John.
Good to know. Still have the toasty thaumaturgy set. Thought I got rid of that.
OC thaumaturgy.
It's basically I had a couple of cone sets that I got for free for being a pro member. That's one of them.
You know what?
Also have chaotic conjuration. Another thing.
Can
Ah.
SB delay until
Oh wait, fuck. Do these ones actually? Okay, what the fuck? Why do those ones work? Sorry, because the toasty thaumaturgy ones don't auto snap to the right distance, but the fucking conjuration ones do. Bullshit.
SB's just gonna move. You know what? SB's gonna stay. Is gonna move here. SB's gonna move here to open up some space, and
Yeah, because I have a thing I'm going to do, but for once I will actually not be staying in combat for this
you know
one.
what? We'll use the instant aquarium. We'll use the instant aquarium,
Okay. Just
and we're gonna instant aquarium these idiots over here.
cool.
So up until about, I think it's 20 feet, yeah. So up until here is basically just water from that far wall.
As the sound of 1,000 toilets fills the hallway.
Alright, I will find a water icon in a second.
Ben is so over those grenades.
I keep forgetting which fucking icon I used, and it's pissing me off. No, I don't want a ship. I don't want a sea ship. Alright, you're getting tadpoles. There you go.
Just have an entire folder full of that's just labeled refined shit. Refined split shit.
Next time you're getting Battle Frog.
Battle frog.
It's your fucking water effect.
Okay.
Alright, they're all bubbling and glubbling.
It does reach out a bit further than that, by the
Yeah,
way.
what's the radius? I don't really remember.
20 feet.
There you go, I don't know.
Good
That's
enough for
20, that's
government
20.
work.
Well, radius.
Well, I assume you
Yeah.
threw it at the doors. Unless you
I
wanted
did throw it at the doors.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Let's throw it at the floor. So 20 feet hits the door, and then it's also yeah. So it's effectively
I
40
got it,
feet
I got
from
it.
the door total bubble.
I got it. Okay. They are both going to take -2 penalty for shooting, but they're both going to try to just shoot through the fucking bubble. At James. Where are my scoundrel stats? There they are. Alright. What's that? 32 EAC.
Does this take into account shooting through water?
Yes.
Yeah, that hits EAC.
Okay, one gets trick attack and one does not.
Oh, these guys are operatives.
They are indeed.
Fuckers.
They're shitty operatives, but they're operatives. Alright, 28 from the one that got the trick attack, 15 from the one that did not. So a total of 43. Alright, that's their turn. It's our burning friend. God, Zeldrin, what the fuck are you doing this time?
Wait,
Oh.
if it's 15 and 20, isn't that just 35?
15 and 28.
15 and 28? Okay.
Yeah, isn't that 43, yeah.
Alright. I thought you said just 20.
Alright, well, he's just gonna fire off a single shot at one of those guys. This time he will miss, though. Scorpio.
All right. It's got the flank bonus with James here. Go ahead and draw and go ahead and full attacker with my Red Star Plasma Sword.
Fuck yeah! Swords versus claws.
Natural 1 and then a 28, both against EAC.
Against EAC, a 30 with flanking. That will hit EAC. So you got Medzi. She's wearing the adamantine right now. Doesn't really matter for this, though. Alright, she takes the 42.
All right, so that's all for me.
And that's going to be actual refine, not SB.
All right. First thing, move action. We're gonna roll a d20. 4.
Good to know, good to know.
Nice,
And then we're gonna take
okay.
a shot at her.
Hell yeah, take that shot. I will say, I think you guys, speaking of shots, you notice that Zeldern is very sober. Like, he after that one last shot he took, he hasn't drank anything until this encounter. Like,
Okay. I
to
assume
make sure.
28 does not hit EAC.
28 hits EAC.
Oh, okay. 30 then.
Alright, another bit of damage there. And then it's Shaw.
All right, Boz, you saw the message I sent. I was planning to just unload with the artillery laser and try to knock her off target with a debilitating attack, but otherwise I can try and. Is it a move action to push somebody out of the way, Ben?
To push someone? I think it's an action because you're trying to reposition them. It's a,
Yeah, then I'm not going to be able to get any
combat
attacks
maneuver.
in.
I'd say just go for your
All right.
load on her.
You're already flanking with Scorpio, anyway.
Well, suppose I am. I was the different thing I'm going to try. I'm going to back off 5 feet
Okay.
and full attack her with the artillery laser. I will get +1 to these because of Scorpio standing next to her with his feet.
Oh yeah, I would have also gotten +1, so it would have been a 29.
Oh, true,
Not
yeah.
that it
yeah.
matters, but
I just need one of these to hit. Wow, that is appalling. 26 is the best one.
No. She just kind of
I'm
like
gonna re-roll.
Dodge.
I'm gonna re-roll.
one lets impact her armor and then boom, slices the last laser bolt in half with her claws.
Do you guys want me to re-roll one of those?
No. Save
Okay,
it.
I'll leave it. Well, that didn't go as well. I was gonna use try and knock her off target with debilitating strike, but I thought at least one of those would go through. All right, that's my turn.
Alright. That's her. She's gonna grin and do a full soldier's onslaught. As she just moves into like almost hard to follow blur of movement as she's going to attack James, Scorpio, and then James. Okay. First one on James, 33 for KAC.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do that damage first. 57 damage.
I'm into health.
Next one is 33 into Scorpio's KAC.
Just hits it.
60 damage. And James, 28 KAC?
Nope.
Okay. She rolled really shitty on that one. But you guys see these bam, wham, massive fucking claw moves into both of them. Scorpio like starting to breathe heavy with that stamina. You see a fucking splash of blood just hit the wall next to James as the claws cut across. What you gonna do, big man?
15 feet. The water's difficult terrain, right?
Yes, water skill terrain.
All right, so I'm just gonna, as part of a trick attack, flicking out the hail pistol. Perception. Does 33 do it?
It does not. She is presumably higher than CR13.
Wait. Oh, okay.
But you know that she's less than CR16 because you rolled that earlier. The fucking ice cold bullet just shatters off of her armor. SB.
All right. She's taken a hit from who was it? From Scorpio, I think.
One from
And then
Scorpio and one
Refine.
from SB, yeah.
No,
Oh, from Refine.
not SB. And how is she looking? She's
Oh
looking
shit,
good?
hold on. One sec. Did you 5-foot step away from her?
No, as part of the trick attack.
Part of the trick attack move. I think that does supersede this ability of hers. Hold on. This is a weird interaction. Okay. I think your trick attack does supersede her ability. Sorry, continue with SB.
Alright. SB's gonna move underneath Refine. And because she has significantly lower EAC, I feel more comfortable shooting at her.
Now, is SB 5-foot stepping?
Yeah.
Okay. She is going to attack you on a guarded step with an op attack.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's gonna be devastating. She's gonna crit SB on that.
She's gonna get a 4 on SB.
Oh, that's still my hitter though. What's SB's AC?
SB's AC is not that high. It is, for KC, 21.
Oh, by a lot. Yeah, she still hits.
Yeah.
Okay, very good that didn't crit, because minimum that's like over 70 damage. So, regular hit. It's going to be 54. As she just tries to, like, puncture her claws in. And let's see. Does it have to be... because she did hit, those claws, like, drive SB into the floor. She can't leave the square.
Okay, so SB's stuck where...
Yes, SB is stuck there right now. She could still potentially 5-foot step next turn. It's not like a permanent stuck. And she did already use her op attack, so she can't use another one if you shoot her point blank.
All right, I'll shoot her point blank then. Hope it works. 23?
Does not.
Probably does not.
You see her cat ears kind of twitch at the sonic disruption, but not enough for her
It
to
would
care.
be 24 with Scorpio's thing, but
Yeah,
I assume
even
it still
so,
doesn't.
even so, yeah.
yeah. All right.
All
That's it for
right,
us.
these guys are gonna make one move action, and both fire pistols again. They're both gonna fire at Shaw. No, yeah, they both shots just pew pew, ricochet off your armor, Shaw.
Shaw looks over his shoulder, eye narrows slightly, then he looks back forward.
Oh, whoops, what the fuck? Sorry, did that. He is in second mode here. I think he's gonna try to fire at her.
+1 from Scorpio.
Even with the +1, he's still gonna miss as she ducks down. It's like, none of your stellar bullshit, as the beam just like melts through part of the steel behind her. But I do think he will also 5-foot step. Actually, hold on. Let me see if he can, because he don't want to block Shaw.
I'm not gonna. If he 5 foot steps forward, straight forward, he's not gonna block me.
No, he wants to get flanking as well, so he was gonna move.
Okay.
James, are you gonna want flanking? He was gonna move in for flanking to give Scorpio flanking.
Wilco.
I feel like
think
he
I'm
would
done
want
with
to. Yeah,
melee with her.
I feel like he looks at. I was about to say. I feel like he looks at James bleeding, and he just is gonna step in front. Oh, you see that like one hand is still glowing, the other one, the light starts to leave his hand like a fucking laser beam, and then hardens into a hard light whip that he kind of spins over his head.
Actually makes my next turn a lot easier.
Now it's Scorpio, and you do a flanking because he moved in. Zelda moved in.
All right, I'll take full advantage once again. Full attack with my plasma sword.
All right, let's see it.
18.
Fuck
Ooh,
yes!
Natural 20.
miss, but then a crit.
With a severe wound!
All right,
Natural
let's
20.
see.
Let's fucking go!
Oh hell yeah! All right, give me a D20 roll.
All right.
He rolls it twice and takes the higher one because it's a severe wound.
Oh. Hold on, I gotta pull up severe wound again. I didn't have the table ready. I should have, because other people in this fucking book have severe wound, but I didn't. Okay, what'd you get? You got a 9 and a 13?
Yep.
Either
Right.
you can give her. Is it you had to pick for severe?
I think you take the higher.
Yeah, you have
Let me
to
double
take
check.
I think you do take the higher.
All right.
She loses an eye.
Yeah,
minus 2
you-
perception.
Boom! Bring the burn down, and I'm gonna say because she spent so much fucking of her rich girl money on it, you fully shatter her augmetic eye.
Nice.
And
She fails the
and
save
then
to avoid.
I'll just sort of look at her her remaining good eye and just smirk and say, "Take it to the edge."
it. She's like, now that's what I'm talking about. She does appear to be bloodied now.
All right, that'll do for me.
If there's any justice, let me roll a crit.
That would be pretty fucking spicy if you got a crit next. Refine.
You guys probably want more dice, right?
Yeah,
That's
roll
probably-
20 for
You
me.
want more dice?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. 13.
13.
I
If
feel like,
nothing else,
have you rolled a lot of 13s? I feel like you always roll 13.
Lucky 13.
If
If nothing else, it's crit insurance.
Shaw.
That's true. Does counter a crit automatically. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Shaw, how do
Yep.
you feel about taking a little bit? Well, a decent amount of fire damage.
I have fire resistance 13.
You also burn our friend. Maybe just.
Yeah.
It won't hit him because you can do the stairs, which would just hit Shaw and Meds.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's right with the cone shape. Yeah, I'm fine.
The thing is, it's 9d6 fire damage.
You couldn't.
I'm
You
fine.
couldn't do the stairs. Has to go toward a corner. You can't do the stairs starting down here. That's a straight on blast. That would be the 1-3-3.
Can
Like
she start it from the lower left corner of her token?
No, you have to be like she'd have to be in this square to activate the stairs. She could still
Okay.
do the stairs from where she is, but it's gonna be like it would get your ally and her. I will
What if
say,
you were-
fucking.
I can't move. I've used a move action is the problem.
Oh.
I will say,
yeah.
give me a perception check, Refine.
I am flying though. I'll point that out.
You are
If
flying.
that
I think the
means
cone.
anything.
It's still a 3D cone. I think it would hit her. Refine. This is round 3 of Zeldrin being active. He is actively fucking wreathed in sunfire. You don't think he's gonna worry that much about it.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Let's do it then.
He's basically just generating his own solar fission at this point.
Okay. So this is going to be 9d6 fire damage on a reflex save.
All right.
Does this hit me or not?
It does not.
Okay.
33.
All right. She's gonna pass that and have it.
You're sure she passes it?
I mean, I can tell you what she got, but I feel confident.
What did she get?
Ralph, hold on. It's reflex, right?
Yeah.
29.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I felt pretty confident.
Yeah.
I'll
What
usually,
is
if I
her-
think it's close, I'll usually bring it up.
All right.
I'll usually only keep it moving if it's like.
I was just wondering because I'm trying to figure out if it's worth using my roll to try and reduce that, but I
I don't
think
think
on
so.
13 it's not.
Nah, if it was like a 2
Alright.
or something.
It'll still be 16 fire damage.
Yeah, no, she fully takes the 16. Um.
That's assuming it rounds down. That is.
Yeah. All right. Shaw.
Shaw, I'll 5-foot step forward. And I get flanking now with Scorpio, right?
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, you do.
I look over. May I have this dance, sweetheart?
Look,
Full
I will
attack,
always
Storm
be a
Dodge, go.
DM that's a proponent of the fucking knight move is a flank. Fuck not having that be a flank.
Fair. I'll just say, yeah, like I said, may I have this dance, sweetheart? Full attack, Storm Dash, go.
She like looks over at you, kind of like braces her claws, trying to like use the adamantine to slam it away. Let's see it.
Don't think, probably missed with the 24, but 31 and 29 against
These
EAC.
are EAC, right?
But flanking, though, with Scorpio. So 26 is the lowest.
26 will still fuck up. The other two will hit.
So,
I'm gonna give you the 13.
okay, so that puts me up to a 28. so-
29.
or 20.
Okay, so they'll all hit.
Alright, so then, oh, good God. So, 48, 47, and 45.
She looks barely alive as you wham. She's bleeding from multiple parts. She goes, fine. A good dance it'll be then. You see, her fucking fur seems to stand on end. There's some kind of weird cyborg shit happening in her blood, and she's gonna Soldier's Onslaught again. She seems to be moving even faster than before.
Alright.
Okay. I'm gonna go attack by attack here. You already used your 13, so that's not gonna matter.
Yep.
Okay. She is going to hit Shaw for a crit.
As always.
Look, if anyone's gonna take the crit, it's Shaw's like the ideal candidate.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing my job.
Lady killer.
Yep.
All right, Shaw's gonna take 103 damage. And she's gonna roll twice.
Reduce that slightly.
We need a reflex save.
From me?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did my saves go? Probably not.
As she grins, goes into this like almost jittery hyper mode. the first attack, she brings it down as you try to like bring both arms up to guard the Doshko, and lops your left arm off at the shoulder.
Ouch.
Scorpio, that is going to be a 30 to hit KAC.
We don't check.
Sorry, I should have saved the 13.
That does miss.
I was just hoping we could kill her on that.
Scorpio, you see what happens to Shaw, like, move real quick to dodge that shit happening to you. Shaw, final one, 30, what was that? 35 against KAC.
Against Kate. Miss.
Oh! You kind of like hunker down, going like full defense mode as your arm fucking, with all that extra metal on it, clang, hits the deck below you. James.
I don't ask for a lot.
Not a nat 1 would be great. That'll work. That'll trick attacker.
All right. Come on, nat 20.
I'm so tense. I saw the orange for a second. I thought it was an nat 1. I was like, holy shit.
So it's 28 total because of the bonus from Scorpio and me.
28 bonus. This is versus KAC or
EAC.
EAC. Okay. Are you keeping that or are you rolling it?
That'll hit.
I'll keep it then.
All right. You see, she staggers. She is going to burn one of her resolve points. She seems to regenerate a little bit of health and manage to stay up and not die.
42 save.
All right. Hold on, give me 1 sec. I gotta add her health back in. That's okay. 26.
Yeah, that passes.
Okay. She looks like she almost went down, but managed to keep it going. Espy.
All right. Guess Espy will just. I don't know. I don't know what the best move for Espy is. I guess just try and take a shot and take the off attack.
All right.
Probably misses on the.
So 21
24.
AC. Yeah, that does miss. She is gonna hit you for 48 on SB.
Okay.
How's SB looking after 2 hits?
Espy's not looking great.
Okay.
But now that she has done her op attack, Espy is getting on the ceiling.
Okay, SB leaps to the ceiling. These guys are gonna fucking shit. Can't go up.
Also, can they get that far with the difficult terrain of the water?
They're double moving. They're afraid they're gonna drown.
Oh, okay.
So that's their whole turn as they just like stumble through the hallway full of water. How long does it last? Is it gone this round?
Yeah.
Okay. They have no idea that that's how it works. It gets back to your turn, the water all disappears, and they realize they've like wasted their whole turn. It's fucking Zeldern with the whip. He is gonna try and whip. Oh god, he really could do that. No, that would hit everybody. That's a terrible idea. Okay. He is going to double attack the 2 guys that just rocked up. Okay, one is a miss, second one is a crit. His whip wraps around the ankle of the one that's right below James and was getting ready to try a trick attack next turn. Wraps around the ankle, completely pulls him prone. Where is... Oh, there's prone. Okay. Pulls him prone and is gonna do... that is... Sorry, his weapons are different damages, which is annoying. Okay, so 26. 42 fire damage. Scorpio.
Still take advantage of that sweet flanking bonus on wanting to get revenge for my buddy Shaw. I will go ahead and once again full attack with my Red Star Plasma Sword. So 33 and 30. It's EAC.
All right, you wham wham strike her down. Because of her resolve-like abilities, you think she is about to die if someone else hits her while she's down right now. As she kind of like with a grin topples over.
Right, that's
Does
all
that
for me.
include with fire?
Hold on.
Rafad, may I ask a favor for that one? I'd like to do this one.
You want to do it, Shaw?
Please.
All right.
Okay, it doesn't look like fire would do it, but I don't think it's gonna matter. The turn rotates to Shaw. Or like, sorry, Rafan, you.
gonna turn.
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. I forgot the other two dudes were here.
We're gonna fly up here, and we're gonna breathe fire at them.
It. Both fail. Top one is now bloodied. If you want to get technical, he's at 69 HP.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
We'd love to see it. Now it'll be Shaw's. Boom! Fire, like, hits the remains of the water as it whoosh, rushes down. Big cloud of steam fills the other end of the hall.
Shaw looks down at her. Congratulations. You finally topped Deminda as the one who hurt me the worst. Artillery laser comes up over the shoulder, point blank, straight into her face.
You see just a smoking neck is all that's left, as just like boom, burnt blood and ozone smells fill the air.
Ben, do I need to... Am I bleeding out after that one? I know that doesn't say on the effects, but I just had adamantine claws sever my arm.
Let's see. I'd say you're probably still bleeding. I'm gonna give you a D6 bleed. Take 2.
Okay.
Any healing will stop it, though.
Yeah, if I could get one of those Mark 1s at some point. I'm not in hit points yet, but... It's a real problem, though. Alright, I'll take a 5-foot step away from the thug. As Shaw kind of... we'll say for the move action, I'm not, if Espy could give me a Mark 1 on her next turn, I'd appreciate it, but I'll pick up my arm and then just put the Storm Dashko over my back because I can't use it one-handed.
Alright.
James, do you think you could take like a 5-foot step towards us at all? Would that be possible or no?
Probably. Are these guys high enough level to have uncanny agility?
Let me look at my goons. Yeah.
God damn it! So they're immune to prone.
Well, they're immune to flat-footed. They're still prone, so melee people will get +4 to hit them.
No, uncanny agility.
Oh, does it also do that?
I
I thought I just made them not be flat-footed.
fuck is it?
Uncanny agility. Oh shit! Yeah, it's both. All right.
I'll still take a 5-foot step over here, and I'll try to I'll try to do a cartwheel and then reach down and stab him in the neck.
Such an unnecessary cartwheel. Yep. Stab
Yeah,
this fucker.
he ain't CR-17.
No, he's not. These guys were fucking goons she used as a distraction. Well, you know he has 69, so it doesn't quite kill him, but yeah, brutal. Guy's barely alive.
Con save.
Alright. Oh, failed for sure. Not one.
Stunned.
Okay. Laying on the ground, stunned. SB.
Alright. Shaw, you said you wanted a healing thing?
I have just a mark 1, so I'll stop bleeding.
Alright. SB just can use one of her bomb bombs to hit both Shaw and Wilco.
Okay.
Just placing it back here. So, hits all of us. Doesn't do stamina, I don't think, but that way we can get Wilco some health back.
I have an answer for that after we're done this combat.
Well, it's still not the end of the world to give it for this combat. It's not a ton of healing, but it's something. Where is... Here we are. D8, but it's going to be 3d8. 1 sec. Alright, 6 healing total. Pretty terrible roll.
You mean 8 healing?
Yeah, 8 healing total.
All
It
right.
does heal Shaw.
Shaw, your bleeding stops. That guy's stunned. Other guy. Let me check. You see this guy just turns and books it.
How far does he get?
It's gonna run down the hall. You see Zeldern, like fucking push his sunglasses up on his face, and then you guys blink. He's gone, and he is blocking the guy's escape. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit so we can see. And he's gonna make a fucking nat 20. Just combat maneuver. Just kicks his legs out from under him, and the guy falls to the ground. He literally can move as fast as the speed of light with that ability. That is his turn, though. Scorpio.
Alright. I'll move up to here, and I'll aim my pistol at the remaining guy, and I'll just look at the others and say, like, wait, it's like, so what's the play here?
Fuck him up.
Alright, I'll go and take a shot at him.
One.
I'm not gonna do it. We're fine. This one is extremely close to death and still stunned.
Alright, let's take a shot at him.
Come on now.
End of suffering.
I believe in you. End this man's suffering.
Probably not.
EAC?
EAC, yeah.
Nah.
Probably doesn't.
Even the scoundrels are higher than 18.
And then we'll just take a number.
All right, hit the number. 8. All right. Shaw.
Take a 5-foot step. Triple attack. I'll do this one with the plasma array so I can save ammo for because I only have 1 spare battery for the artillery laser.
Okay.
Starting with the critically wounded one and then moving to the one next to Zeldrin.
Yep.
The first one is Vapor.
Such an unnecessary crit. Just full, like, there's legs left on the ground, and then just a huge soot mark from, like, waist up on that one.
And then 77 damage to the, or 67 damage to the other one.
Other one is way past bloody now. James.
All right. Is he facing Zeldrin's way? Do you think I could
He
justify
basically
as stealth?
is... Oh, yeah, I mean, because he was running that way, Zeldrin appeared in front of him and just fucking swept his leg. So he's, like, back was to you guys. Now he's fully on the floor looking up at the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. They're CR9, so that's literally double.
Watch this be a crit.
Good enough.
One off.
Almost 69, too.
Core a hole through him, starting at his.
Just top of
Starting his
skull,
neck.
out the ass at the bottom. Zeldrin's kind of like, ugh, and like uses the remaining solar fire to like burn the blood off his boots. Alright, we are out of combat.
Espy is probably just gonna pick up Shaw's arm in case we need it later.
Okay, I'm gonna get some XPs here. First of
So
all,
are you-
Two fights.
everyone got 6,400 for the June.
Okay.
And then for this fight with Medzi Jameson, and 3 scoundrels, everyone gets 14,400.
We are at 254,575 XP.
You guys hear, oh no, you guys have the fucking comms out. Give me a, anyone that wants to, give me a straight intelligence check.
Damn it.
Oh, Refine, clearing the 20. Refine, Shan, Tarika's daughter, who's on your guys' ship, worked in those underwater mining rigs as an engineer. She could make a bionic arm.
We still have to make it over to her.
It's not going to be. We're not going to have enough time. We still have to deal with St.
I
John
know.
first.
Up to you. There's
I
still
think-
potential you could stop Sinjin and do that. It would just be a time sacrifice.
Refine
think-
will tell Shaw that it's an option to go and
I
get a
think
new arm.
Shaw
Yeah.
grimaces like, I can still fight. It's not ideal, but I can still throw a punch with my remaining arm.
Objectively badass.
Shaw's missing 100 health. I'm missing, not 100 health, 100 stamina. I'm missing all of my stamina. I think we take a quick rest here.
Quick 10-minute rest.
Yeah.
All right, you guys do a 10-minute rest.
I'll
SD
activate my.
Is still
Oh, I-
going to hold on to the arm just as a...
Yeah, we might be able to get it reattached, but
Yeah.
There's like
It's
an ever
gonna
so
suck.
quiet like clink 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 of like the armor just bouncing off SB's carapace as you like walk down the hall.
so I mean it's gonna suck. I can't use. I means I'm down the Storm Dashko for the rest of this, but
Is that two-handed or?
yeah.
I'll tell you what, the scoundrels have ass gear, but I will put her gear in the chat.
If she has a single-handed blade of some kind, I can use, but I know she uses those adamantine claws.
She does have
before we take
implanted
our-
claws, yeah.
Before we take our rest, I'm gonna activate my nanites.
Okay. The quiet whir fills your bloodstream as the nanites take their effects.
All right, nothing crazy there. The rifle's nice.
Plus, I think an extra 18 from fast healing.
Nice, nice.
All right, so I'll spend. It's one resolve point, right? Ben, it's one resolve point.
To do the rest? Yeah, this is one
Yeah.
resolve point. One resolve point and 10 minutes of your time.
Yeah,
What's Vesk Overplate 4 do?
it's a decent heavy armor, but it doesn't do anything for me. And Scorpio's prefers light armor. Toss her in the bag of holding. We'll come back to her later.
I mean, it would give you. What's your dex, Scorpio? Scorpio?
Scorpio. Might have stepped away. I can also pull up Scorpio's text.
So I think he has reasonably good decks.
Come on, roll 20. Let me load the sheet. Yeah, well, it's trying to load the sheet. While it's loading that sheet, what is your guy's next play? Presumably there are an assload of soldiers on the station. He's got 18 decks.
So that's
Plus 4.
Plus
he would be at a 35 KAC if he took the armor. What's he at right now?
34.
Not really worth it then.
Nah.
Um,
And he'd have more armor check penalties for things like acrobatics.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Throw it. We can sell it later, but
okay. Here's a question. You spend the 10 minutes. Time is tight. What's the plan? Where are you going?
I think we go to the docking bay. Because it's either the docking bay or where the Shaw thinks about it for a second. Do you think he might still try to go after the tattooist? Where is she hiding right now?
I don't think you guys found out where she was hiding. You didn't.
Oh, best we don't know.
Yeah.
I think she's focused on hiding. I think she's good.
She did say she was gonna hunker down, and that's like, it's a lot of space to hunker down on a station like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to the docking bays.
I think we get back to, yeah. In the worst case, we can lift the comms blackout and tell Tarika to come get us if it comes to that, but
Are you teleporting?
I think we should. We still have one more charge in the teleport pack if we need to.
We teleport to his ship or to ours?
I think to his ship.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, are you trying to sneak past the guards?
Can we just get onto the ship, or do we have to actually sneak onto it?
We haven't been aborted is the
I don't
problem.
think you've
We
ever
have to
been
know.
aboard it. Like, you wouldn't... Yeah. I think you would need to... Oh, fuck.
I think if we get as close as possible past as many of the guards as we can.
Yeah, let's just try to sneak aboard if we can. If we just fight.
Alright, you guys all grab onto Scorpio's armor. Kind of a displacement of light. You guys appear kind of crouched down in the open space near the landing pad. You do see there's guards up ahead. These guys are clearly clad in like golden armor, Golden League fucking iconography. There's 2 guards outside the ship, just these big fucking half-orc dudes. I would say you could either try to stealth in there alone, or if you're going to try to do a all get in there, the group stealth check.
I think group.
Okay.
Alright.
We got channel points ready if we need them.
Yeah.
Do you want Zeldern to come with you or stay out here?
Come with us.
Come with us.
Okay.
I'm not going to get much better.
I think between me and Refine.
Okay, this is...
Right?
gonna-
Zeldern's the question.
Yep, give me 1 sec.
Because it might be worth using one on
Perhaps on Scorpio.
Scorpio.
His stealth's better
yeah.
than mine.
His stealth's better and he rolled a 7, but
Yeah, I've got 3,000 channel points. Scorpio, I'm going to let you re-roll yours.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
How much did Zeldrin get?
Zeldrin got a 24.
What did
Alright.
you roll on the die?
5.
Ay, ay, ay. It's worth a shot.
Okay, hold on.
No, I meant Zeldrin. What did he roll?
Oh, he rolled a 9.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
keep
we're-
it.
Yeah,
Okay, so they have to essentially, if they beat a 24, they're gonna know you're here.
What's their bonus?
Let's see their bonus.
I'm gonna roll a d20 in case.
Can you do that out of combat?
Yep.
Okay.
This item is
They
insane.
have plus 17.
So that doesn't help.
So 12 doesn't
Does not
help. They need to get to hit a 24. They need to get a 7 or higher.
Boy, we have to get lucky here.
6 on the dice.
Oh,
I'll take it.
You guys kind of like clamber past them to the entry hole of this back of the ship. Sneak your way on. You see one of them kind of like glances around, and they think they hear something.
Scorpio's humming the Pink Panther theme.
But the one that looks around, the other one kind of like fucking hits him on the shoulder with his gauntlet. Is like, hey, focus up. No one on board the Risen. Remember, focus. All right. Holy shit. Okay. All right. So, you guys are in the ship. Let's fucking change maps here.
Ben, I need to do a test roll here to make sure this micro is working properly.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, it seems to be working correctly. Yeah, the Shaw can still deal 37 damage on a punch.
I just feel bad that you lost an arm.
Happens. We'll figure it out.
Is that the alone time arm?
No. Yeah, I said I lost my left arm, not my right one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're left-handed.
Sometimes those things swap.
Regardless, in this case, I can still fight in melee if it comes to it, even though not being able to fight with the Storm Dashko hurts.
Yeah, and I think Scorpio would try to comfort you and she's like, yeah, remember your, Miss Severana said she likes a guy with scars, and, you know, what's more scarring than losing a whole arm?
Shaw chuckled, oh, don't you worry, I'll be getting this fixed.
You are now 100% scars.
I can't believe the amount of punishment he's taken.
Do we put our tokens down somewhere?
Hold on. We're getting there.
I can't see anything.
This was a incredibly hard map to convert, so there is no actual... well, there is a grid, but I'm probably going to turn it off in a second because it's going to get too confusing. But go ahead and drop yourselves in here.
Oh, so it should be just refine at the moment.
Okay, cool. Grid's not working. That's what we want. All right.
Just have to count the squares individually.
Yeah, and it's such a weird shape. Like, there's so many curves. It fucking sucks. But I did not... Yeah. It should be scaled properly, so it shouldn't really matter.
Where in the Risen are we?
You are on the lower floor. There are 3 floors. You guys are in a null space cargo hold, just like you guys have.
Right, but is it in, like, the center, the back, the front, where?
The center.
One of the wings?
You guys basically had to go in through, like, the bottom rear of the ship. And now you're in the center of the ship. That thing in the middle is a lift that would bring you up to the center of the next floor and the center of the top floor, potentially. All right. So. There are... And Zeldern... Look, I put Zeldern here with you guys, too. He's like, look, there's got to be more guards patrolling the ship. We could try to just talk to them, intimidate them. I don't know, but...
He's huge!
He's huge! It's because when there's no grid, it, like, auto-sizes them up.
He's just that fat.
He's so fucking fat. I think, honestly, when he did that, like, light speed teleport earlier, he, like, rematerialized out of photons, and his belly was kind of, like, jiggling a little bit because he moved too fast.
Got
After he did it, he was winded.
Yeah, he's like, I've done that in years. Mechanically, you guys could still try to make group stealth to get through this ship without ever being seen by the remaining Golden League soldiers in here. That's a set DC that you have to beat as a group check. So, couldn't rely on them rolling low. You'd have to beat whatever the DC is. You could also try to talk to them. I would say as you're in here now, give me an engineering check. You guys did get some of those schematics of the Risen earlier. So if anyone wants to make an engineering check on like what could you fucking sabotage in here?
44.
Nice. Okay.
20.
All right.
Scorpio's already getting uncrustables.
I just start to
everywhere.
reach for something, and then Refine just goes like, no.
So, you
You
think
hear
there
the
are
telltale crinkle of an uncrustable.
three control panels.
I think Refine would actually say, actually, wait, no, Scorpio, touch whatever you want in here. That sounds perfect. Can someone get him some peanut butter?
All right. You think there are three basically things you could do that most cripple the ship right now. You could do them from outside the ship as well. However, on a 44, two other things occur to you. So first we're going to go through the options. The three panels. Panel 1, access the fuel cells. Engineering check, create a leak in the fuel cells. Basically going to fuck with their engines, right? Panel 2, access the landing gear. Fuck with that. Panel 3, basically fuck with all the other non-essential wiring so that the rest of the system is drawing too much power from the core.
If we can get to it, I like option number 3 the most.
Yeah, me as well.
Here is the dangers, obviously. There are guards in here. You can try stealth around, you can try to talk to them. There are also anti-personnel turrets in here. Getting by those could be hard.
I still have 2 infiltration charges.
And nice, that could be helpful. And in addition on that 44, 2 other things occur to you. One is that somewhere on the ship would probably be St. John's stockpile of weaponry and armor. There is also you could access the main computer system if you got to the bridge. Be fucking hard, but you could do it.
You guys want me to cloaking field up and try to scout ahead?
Yeah. Ben, why don't we take a break here before we start getting into the
I think
depths
this
of
will
the
be
ship?
a good time to pause. We're about at time. And you can think about how to plan forward on it.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll come back next week as you guys have begun this trap. Your enemy somewhere on the station killed some of his assassins. Killed a major assassin who's been after you guys. But St. John is still around somewhere with his goons. And you guys are aboard his ship, trying to stop any possibility of retreat. Battered, bruised, you caught your breath. You're down an arm. But still a chance to pull it all off. And we'll
I
come
wonder
back
if St.
next
John
week.
keeps extra arms in his
Oh yeah, for sure.
weapon storage.
All right, we'll come back live next week.